Check, hello, yes. Yes, very good morning, my dear friends. Guys, good morning. Yes, come on. So friends, we are discussing the topic of residential status and scope of total income. Almost major points are done, but we still have few more small points to talk in that topic, which we'll discuss today and we'll complete that topic. Are we clear with that, everybody? All of us. And I'm sure in the past 10 days, we have realized what is the exact difference between finishing and completing. Correct, no? So let us all complete. Clear, my dear friends? Chalo, come on, let's quickly revise and we'll start. Tell me, my dear friends, what is section 6.1? Basic conditions. How many are there? 2. If anyone satisfied? Resident. Both satisfied? How many special cases are there? 3 special cases are there. And in 3 special cases, we look at only first basic condition. But in the third special case, if first basic condition is not satisfied, then we'll look at something called total income. If the total income other than foreign source is more than 15 lakhs, then we look at something called second modified basic condition. And if second modified basic condition is satisfied, we'll call him as a resident. And if a person becomes a resident by satisfying second modified basic condition, he cannot become ROR, he will become only RNOR. Same logic even in case of deemed resident. Section 6.1a. Deemed resident is always an RNOR. Dosto, who is a deemed resident, my dear friends? He must be an Indian citizen. His total income other than foreign source is more than 15 lakhs. Third one, he is not liable to pay tax in any other country by reason of his residence or domicile or any other criteria of similar nature. You have to observe the point very clearly that in 3 special cases, first case it is Indian citizen, second case Indian citizen, third case Indian citizen or person of Indian origin. Deemed resident, again the answer is Indian citizen. So whenever you read any question, put all your senses in control, read the question properly, check whether they give Indian citizen or not. If they have not used the word Indian citizen, then don't apply special cases. You're getting what I'm saying, everybody? That is all in your hands. You should see the question very clearly and then tell whether special case will come or not come. And like in the class, how we do, you cannot do in the exam. Telling that special case aayega, nahi aayega. वैसा नहीं हो सकता है ना? 6 months gone. Well, 6 months gone. That reactions will not work practically. You're getting what I'm saying, no? अगर क्लास में एक क्वेश्चन गड़बड़ हो गया, अपन बोलेंगे सर one more question. It's okay. But in exam 6 months, exam we write that question we got wrong answer. We can't message ICI, no? Hashtag one more question. That option is not there. So you have to be very, very careful. And when I say very, very careful, you have to be careful to the peak's extent possible. Like that, you have to read the question. When you have to read the question, you have to strike that point very clearly. That what is that they are trying to make us understand. Correct, no? We should always not understand what we want to understand. We should sometimes also understand what they want us to understand. Difference समझ में आया ना? Life में यही सबसे बड़ा problem है. लोग वही सुनते हैं जो उनको सुनना है. But problem क्या है? सामने वाले जो बोल रहे हैं वो सुनो यार पहले. Clear, my dear friends? Done. Chalo. So friends, what is section 5? Scope of total income. Scope of total income says what? There are 2 types of income, Indian income and foreign income. What is Indian income? Income which is accrued or received or deemed to be received or deemed to accrue or arise in India. Foreign income. Income which is accrued and received outside India. Barabar hai na? If income is Indian income, what will happen? Taxable for ROR, RNOR, NR. If income is foreign income, what will happen? Taxable only for ROR, RNOR also only in 2 cases. Tell your brain that point very clearly. What are 2 cases? Business income, which is controlled wholly or partly from India. Profession income, which is set up in India. Set up in India means having an office in India. Clear, friends? All of us? So in order to tax any income, I'll put it this way. In order to tax any income, there are two important parameters. Parameter number one, residential status. Parameter number two, whether it is Indian income or it is foreign income. Based on these two parameters, we will decide whether it is taxable or it is not taxable. Come on guys, what are the two important parameters? Residential status, then and Indian income or foreign income. Based on that, we will decide whether it is taxable or not taxable. समझ में आ रहा है ना सबको बेटा? Everyone, how do we decide residential status of company? Indian company is always a resident. Foreign company is resident only if poem is only in India. Correct? No? What is poem? Place of effective management. बराबर है ना बेटा? And for HUF, what do we see? HUF, control and management. If the control and management is wholly or partly in India, we'll treat it as resident. Wholly outside India, non-resident. Friends, we have discussed that, everybody. Correct, no? Have you guys started your sections book or not? Started? Sure. Continue. Chalo. So friends, in this topic of residential status and scope of total income, we still have few more points to talk, which we'll talk in detail today, and we'll complete this topic. I think 2-3 more questions are also pending, no? That also will complete. That we did not solve because we cannot solve that. We could not have solved that in the yesterday, but today we can solve. Clear, friends? Past we couldn't do it, but in the present we'll do it. Done? Done. Clear, everyone? Everything, whatever we discussed? Fully convinced? Totally satisfied? Done. Chalo, let's proceed. So friends, what is section 5 by the way? Exactly. When do you call income as Indian income? वापस एक बार. Income is accrued. Where income will accrue? Hey, where income will accrue generally? Where you have to provide the service. जहाँ पे काम करे वहाँ पे income accrue होगा. Next, or received. Received means what? Actually received. Correct, no? What is the third word? Deemed to be received. Fourth word? Deemed to accrue or arise in India. We have discussed about what is accrued, what is received, but we did not talk about the concept called deemed to be received, deemed to accrue as in India. That's what we are going to learn now. Are we clear, everybody? All of us? Come on. First, let me talk about section 7. Don't tell SSC. That is 2.7. Incomes deemed to be received in India. Come on friends, what is it we are trying to learn? Incomes which are deemed to be received in India. The moment we say that they are incomes deemed to be received in India, once they are deemed to be received in India, what will happen? They are what income? Indian income. And they will definitely become taxable. Dosto, everybody clear with this point, all of us? Chalo. First of all, before I get into the discussion, I want to ask you one question, then I can talk about all those points. Friends, heard of something called PF? What is PF? What happens in Provident Fund? कुछ आइडिया है कि प्रोविडेंट फंड में क्या होता है? क्या दोस्त? हर मंथ सैलरी में से कुछ पोर्शन कट करेंगे. ओके, रिटायरमेंट से पहले नहीं निकाल सकते क्या? मैच्योरिटी क्या होता है यार? पीएफ में मैच्योरिटी क्या होता है? इज इट ए बॉन्ड और इज इट समथिंग? व्हाट इज द क्वेश्चन ऑफ मैच्योरिटी इन पीएफ? Sir, PF is like a savings scheme. Clearly like a savings scheme. Now there are two types of PF. Number one is called PPF, in which I am depositing every year. Every year I deposit money in PPF. PPF stands for a Public Provident Fund, which anybody can deposit. And in PPF, you can't deposit more than 1,50,000. Clear, friends? I deposit money in PPF because I've got two reasons. नंबर वन, पीपीएफ में मैंने डिपॉजिट आई गेट एटीसी डिडक्शन. वैसे मेरा एटीसी डिडक्शन तो 1.5 लाख तो कब का एग्जॉस्ट हो चुका है, बच्चों का स्कूल फीस में ही खत्म हो गया वो. करेक्ट नो, आई टोल्ड यू नो, स्कूल फीस, लाइफ इंश्योरेंस, पीपीएफ सब कुछ एटीसी में कवर्ड है, बट सब कुछ मिलके 1.5 लाख का लिमिट है. बताया ना बेटा आपको मैंने ये चीज. एवरीवन यस और नो सर? Now what I'm trying to say is that I deposit money in PPF because whatever interest we get on PPF, that interest is tax free. That is why I put the money there. Clear my dear friends? But other than PPF, there is something more popular known as RPF, which stands for a Recognized Provident Fund. What do we call that, my dear friends? Recognized Provident Fund. I repeat again, Recognized Provident Fund, which is recognized by Commissioner of Income Tax. And if it is not recognized by Commissioner of Income Tax, you call it as Unrecognized Provident Fund. Getting my point, everybody, sir? Dosto bolo. So what is RPF full form? Recognized Provident Fund. What is URPF full form? Unrecognized Provident Fund. What is PPF full form? Public Provident Fund. Clear, my dear friends? Public Provident Fund means anybody can go and deposit money there. Clear, friends? But RPF stands for what? Recognized Provident Fund. Friends, there is an employer and there is an employee. Now what happens is that employer is paying salary to employee. Clear, my dear friends? Every one, sir. And this employee is covered under PF regulation. PF means Provident Fund. Clear, na beta? And let me tell you one practical point. The concept of PF is mandatory. I repeat once again, my dear friends. The concept of PF is mandatory in case where a company or the organization has got 20 or more employees. How many employees? 20 or more employees. समझ में आ रहा है क्या बेटा? Every one, sir? Done. Now what is happening is, when employer is paying salary, let us say every month he is paying salary of 1 lakh per month. Assume for a second. ठीक है ना बेटा? ये 1 lakh per month में से, let us say 10,000 is deducted. 10,000 is deducted, which is towards employee contribution to PF. Whose contribution to PF? Employee contribution to PF. And what employer will do is, employer will do a matching contribution. So I repeat once again, एम्प्लॉयर पहले क्या कर रहा है, एम्प्लॉय को जब सैलरी पे कर रहा है, सैलरी में से पीएफ का अमाउंट कट कर रहा है, वो किसका कंट्रीब्यूशन है? जो कट कर रहा है वो किसका कंट्रीब्यूशन है? एम्प्लॉई का कंट्रीब्यूशन है. और एम्प्लॉयर खुद जेब से भी पैसे दे रहा है. गेटिंग माय पॉइंट एवरीबॉडी? मैचिंग कंट्रीब्यूशन, हाउ मच इज दैट फिगर? 10,000. नाउ व्हाट एम्प्लॉयर विल डू इज 10,000 प्लस 10,000. 10,000 is his contribution, 10,000 is employee contribution. कट कर ले लेना पैसा दोस्तों. how much is the total figure? This he will deposit with PF authorities. Like that, month on month the money will go to PF authority. You are getting what I am saying everybody? सर आप लोगों को आइडिया होगा ये चीज? समझ में आ रहा है क्या आपको ये चीज? बोलो ना बेटा. Everyone, sir. Now what happens is that employer can withdraw money any time. There is no lock-in period as such. Unlike PPF. In PPF you can't withdraw money for a period of 15 years. 15 साल पैसे लॉक. वो एक प्रॉब्लम है. बट टैक्स फ्री इसके लिए पैसे डालते उसमें. अच्छा क्लियर है ना बेटा? यू माइट आस्क, शिवा सर ये आप आरपीएफ में पैसे क्यों नहीं डाल रहे, आप सिर्फ पीपीएफ में क्यों डाल रहे? आरपीएफ इज ओनली फॉर एम्प्लॉयज. आई कांट पुट मनी इन आरपीएफ. आई एम नॉट डूइंग अ जॉब एनीवेयर. अरे समझ में आ रहा है क्या आप दोस्तों? बोलो ना बेटा. तो आप मुझे बोलो, कोई बंदा अगर बिजनेस कर रहा है, कैन ही पुट मनी इन आरपीएफ? नो, बट कैन ही पुट द मनी इन पीपीएफ? दैट इज पॉसिबल. So speak out. What is RPF full form? Recognized Provident Fund. What is PPF full form? Exactly. Employer can, sorry, small correction. Employee can withdraw money anytime. Who can withdraw money anytime is employee can withdraw money anytime. समझ में आ रहा है क्या बेटा? Everyone, sir. Now listen what they told in the law. If service rendered is more than 5 years, then what they told in the law is amount withdrawn is not taxable. If service rendered is more than 5 years, amount withdrawn is what, sir? Not taxable. समझ में आ रहा है क्या बेटा? You might ask, sir, same company only? Not necessary. For example, you worked for 3 years in one company, you left that job, joined one more job. You can shift that PF account to this company. But if you open new PF account, then gone. Because whenever you registration, whenever you get registered in PF, you get something called UAN number. You get something called UAN number, and that number should get transferred from here to there. Friends, so practically there's one department called Employee Provident Fund Organization. In short, we call it as EPFO. What do you call it, my dear friends? EPFO, Employee Provident Fund Organization, we call it. This is called Employee Provident Fund Organization. समझ में आ रहा है क्या बेटा आपको ये? दोस्तों, please speak out. All of us, this is not something just like that which is there. This is under Ministry of Labor and Employment, Government of India. This is not some private body. When I told you that we'll put the money in PF authority, that is under control of what? Ministry of Labor and Employment, Government of India. Are we getting clarity, everybody? कुछ तो बोलो ना बेटा. Please, can I proceed? Get back. If service rendered is less than 5 years, is less than what beta? 5 years, and you withdraw the money. सर समझ में आ रहा है क्या? 5 साल से कम काम किया और पैसे उठा लिए. दोस्तों, everyone, sir, friends, then the amount withdrawn is what, sir? Taxable. But one case it is not taxable. What is that one case is? You are not able to continue job because of ill health. Ill health doesn't mean cold, cough, today somehow not feeling well, very tired. That is nonsense. Some serious ill health. Or employer only close the business. अब मैं क्या करूं? So getting what I'm saying, everybody? All of us. Amount withdrawn is what, sir? Taxable. Sir, one interesting point. When you withdraw the money, there are 4 components in that. When you withdraw the money, there are 4 components in that. I repeat once again. When you withdraw the money, there are 4 components in that. That is employee contribution. Number 2, employer contribution. Number 3, interest on employer contribution. Number 4, interest on employee contribution. बराबर है ना बेटा? अपन ने जो पैसा डाला उस पर इंटरेस्ट आ रहा है, जो पैसा उसने डाला उस पर इंटरेस्ट आ रहा है, उसका पैसा, मेरा पैसा, मेरे पैसे पे इंटरेस्ट, उसके पैसे पे इंटरेस्ट, पूरा मिलके मुझे पैसा वापस आएगा ना? Friends, speak out. Everybody getting clarity on this point, all of us. Now what they told in the law is that employee contribution, अपन ने कुछ जो पैसे डाले, law is telling this is not taxable. अरे अपने पैसे अपने को वापस आ रहा ना यार. Employer contribution plus interest is taxable under income from salaries. Obviously because it is coming from employer. दोस्तों, interest on employee contribution, अपन ने जो पैसे डाले उसके ऊपर इंटरेस्ट आ रहा है. We will tax under income from other sources. IFO stands for income from other sources. समझ में आ रहा है क्या बेटा? Everyone, sir. All of us getting clarity, my dear friends. बोलो ना बेटा कुछ प्लीज. सबको समझ में आ रहा है क्या बेटा? Everyone, sir. Now listen. If that provident fund is a URPF, URPF means yearly it is not taxable. Yearly it is what, sir? But on withdrawal, it is fully taxable, even if service is more than 5 years. Even if service is what, sir? More than 5 years. In RPF, what did we just discussed? In RPF, we just discussed that if service is more than 5 years, then the amount is what, sir? Not taxable. Less than 5 years, then only it is taxable. But if it is unrecognized provident fund, it doesn't matter whether service is more than 5 years or service is less than 5 years. Still it is taxable. समझ में आ रहा है क्या बेटा? Speak out. Student is getting one doubt now. सर ये सब आप क्यों पढ़ा रहे हमको अचानक? समझ में नहीं आ रहा हमको. सुनो. What is section 7 बेटा? Income deemed to be received in India. अरे बोला ना यार अभी. What is section 7? Income deemed to be received in India. In that first point says employer contribution to RPF. Employer contribution to RPF in excess of 12% of salary. I repeat once again, employer contribution to RPF. वापस बोल रहा बेटा, employer contribution to RPF in excess of what बेटा? 12% of salary. Getting my point, everybody? So for example, let us say salary is 10 lakh. ठीक है ना बेटा? दोस्तों, employer contribution to RPF is 1.5 lakh. Employer contribution to RPF is how much beta? Then what will be taxable is equal to 30,000. I hope you understood. Calculator. Calculator चाहिए क्या? 30,000 कैसा है, समझ में आएगा? How? 10 lakh पे 12% होता है 1,20,000. How much he contributed? 1,50,000. How much is excess? That is taxable. That's it. Let me tell you, section 7 में 4 पॉइंट है. First point हो गया. But to understand the first point, that word called RPF, आपको पहले PF क्या है वो तो समझाना पहले में. उसके लिए इतना टाइम लिया. अरे समझ में आ रहा है क्या बेटा? Speak out. So what is the first point? Employer contribution to RPF in excess of what? 12% of salary. क्या हुआ दोस्त, क्या डाउट है? नहीं आपको? अरे बोलो ना यार. पूछना यार, क्या इतना सोच रहे? पीएफ कैलकुलेशन, कौन सा कैलकुलेशन? मतलब मैं समझा नहीं आपका क्वेश्चन. मतलब वो 1.5 लाख क्वेश्चन में देंगे नहीं देंगे बोल रहे क्या? नहीं, वो हम क्यों करेंगे? वो इनकम टैक्स का प्रोविजन थोड़ी है. नहीं, सैलरी में से कितना कटना चाहिए, दैट इज गिवन बाय प्रोविडेंट फंड एक्ट, नॉट बाय इनकम टैक्स एक्ट. सो दैट इज नॉट अवर लुकआउट. अब एक बात बोलो, क्या अच्छी बात पूछे आप. पीएफ का जो वर्किंग पूछे ना, आपको पीएफ एक्ट ना सीए इंटर में ना सीए फाइनल में. So there are a lot of things like this which you will learn after qualifying CA also. It is a big myth when people think that I'll work for 4 years, I'll become chartered accountant, I will sleep and relax, keep on signing, making money. मैं बोला था आपको चीज. That will not work like that. You still have to work hard. You still have to work hard. Sir, that is a case where sign करते पैसे आ रहे तो फिर मैं क्यों सुबह उठ के काम करूँ यार? चुपचाप सो जाता फिर. रोज सुबह 2 घंटे, रोज 2 घंटे उठूंगा, साइन करूंगा, फिर सो जाऊंगा. वैसे आएंगे ना वैसे ही. That is not how it works. Just because we qualify CA, it doesn't mean matter is over. Even after passing CA, every day is a learning experience. Every day we have to learn something. कुछ ना कुछ नया सीखने को मिलेगा. And that's how we have to do it. Clear? Done. What the first point? Come on. Employer contribution to RPF in excess of what? 12% of salary. दोस्तों clear है? Next, second point. Interest credited to RPF What is that line, sir? Interest credited to RPF in excess of 9.5% per annum. So let me tell you, what is that line they've used? Interest credited to RPF in excess of what? 9.5% per annum. Matlab, if you are getting interest more than 9.5% per annum, if you are getting interest more than 9.5% per annum, that extra amount will become taxable. For example, आपको 11% का interest मिल रहा है, what will happen, my dear friends? 1.5% will become taxable. You are getting what I am saying, everybody? If you are getting interest of 11%, then 1.5% will become taxable. But let me tell you, practically I have never seen first point and second point. You might ask, sir, why? Why? Because practically no employer will contribute more than 12% of salary. Because PF Act says you contribute 12%. If you want to contribute more, you can contribute more. Who will contribute more? जेब से पैसे देना है तो कौन ज्यादा देगा? जब PF Act बोल रहा है 12% कंट्रीब्यूट करो, वो 12% ही कंट्रीब्यूट करेगा ना. और इनकम टैक्स क्या बोल रहा है? 12% के ऊपर जो कंट्रीब्यूट करेंगे वो टैक्सेबल है, जो प्रैक्टिकली हो ही नहीं सकता. दूसरा क्या बोल रहे हैं? इंटरेस्ट क्रेडिटेड टू आरपीएफ इन एक्सेस ऑफ 9.5% per annum. This also I have not seen because in PF maximum interest what you get is 8%, 8.5%. जब आ रहा है 8%, 8.5%, भाई 9.5% के ऊपर ही तो टैक्सेबल है. You're getting what I'm saying? So practically you don't get to see this much, but in class you will see, because question will tell interest is 11%, then we should tell 1.5% is taxable. We should not write telling that practically this is not possible, question is wrong, how can you ask like this? You should not bring your feelings and emotions. No feelings and emotions, only sections and subsections. That's it. Clear है क्या बेटा? कुछ तो बोलो ना यार. What is the first point? Employer's contribution to RPF in excess of 12% of salary. Second, interest credited to RPF in excess of 9.5% per annum. Clear? Next point. Transfer balance from URPF to RPF. That means, for example, you are there as URPF. Till now you are in URPF. Suddenly one fine day URPF became RPF. The law is telling gone. समझा नहीं क्या आपको? अच्छा बोलता मैं, एक्सप्लेन करूँ मैं थोड़ा. सर URPF में क्या लिखा मैंने? Yearly not taxable, but on withdrawal fully taxable, even if service is more than 5 years. वो लाइन देखे ना बेटा आप लोग? दोस्तों वहाँ पे दिख रहा है ना आपको? Everybody, what is that line? Read out. URPF, what is the answer? Yearly not taxable, but on withdrawal fully taxable, even if service is more than 5 years. Correct, no friends? Now listen very clearly. Yearly, what is the story they give? Not taxable. Friends, speak out. Everyone. So let us say, for example, there is an employer, there is an employee. Employer is contributing to URPF. ठीक है ना बेटा? दोस्तों बोलो. Salary is 10 lakh per annum. Okay? And employer contribution is 1.5 lakh. Salary is 10 lakh per annum and employer contribution is 1.5 lakh. Tell me guys, how much is taxable? अरे सेम क्वेश्चन पूछा ना यार 2 मिनट पहले. अरे सैलरी 10 लाख है, एम्प्लॉयर 1.5 लाख कंट्रीब्यूट किया, तो कितना टैक्सेबल? इतना क्या सोच रहे हैं आप लोग इसमें? स्पीक आउट. आंसर इज नॉट टैक्सेबल बिकॉज इट इज URPF. इफ इट इज RPF, ईयरली ईयरली इट इज टैक्सेबल. नो? अरे बोलो ना बेटा, स्पीक आउट. अरे क्या हुआ यार? अरे यार मैं क्लियरली लिखा ना बेटा इधर, क्या है सर रिएक्शन दे रहे यार? URPF ईयरली इट इज नॉट टैक्सेबल, बट इन RPF इट इज टैक्सेबल इन एक्सेस ऑफ 12% ऑफ सैलरी. मैंने इधर क्लियर लिखा है यहाँ पे, ये URPF है. बराबर है ना? अगर ये RPF होता तो क्या होता? इट इज नॉट टैक्सेबल. जो एग्जाम्पल ऑलरेडी मैंने दिया इधर. वापस मत पूछो मेरे से, सर सेम एग्जाम्पल उधर टैक्सेबल है, नॉट टैक्सेबल है, क्या नॉनसेंस है ये? अरे भाई वो RPF है, ये URPF है. करेक्ट है ना दोस्तों? बट वन फाइन डे व्हाट हैज हैपेंड इज URPF has become RPF. You are asking, how sir? URPF means what? Unrecognized. Who has not recognized? Commissioner of Income Tax. अरे जो 5 मिनट पहले पढ़ा है वो दिमाग से नहीं, क्या दिमाग में आउटलेट इनलेट ऐसा कुछ है क्या यार? ऐसा आ रहा है, ऐसा जा रहा है? What is that, my dear friends? Come on. Unrecognized means who will recognize? Commissioner of Income Tax. वो अनरिकॉग्नाइज था अभी तक, अचानक क्या हो गया? वो रिकॉग्नाइज बन गया. अगर वो रिकॉग्नाइज पहले से होता था तो 30,000 टैक्सेबल होता था, तो अभी टैक्स भरो, तभी भरो टैक्स. दैट इज व्हाट इज द थर्ड पॉइंट. व्हाट इज थर्ड पॉइंट? ट्रांसफर बैलेंस फ्रॉम URPF टू RPF. समझा क्या इसका मीनिंग? एवरीवन सर? सर अगर पहले से वो RPF होता था तो ईयरली आप टैक्स भरते थे, और अभी तक आप टैक्स पे नहीं करे क्योंकि आप बोलते गए URPF. बट अचानक RPF बन गया ना दोस्तों. और जब एक बार RPF बन गया, एक बार अगर RPF बन गया तो आज तक जितने भी साल आपने कंट्रीब्यूट किया एम्प्लॉयर ने, जहां पे भी 12% के ऊपर है उस पर अभी टैक्स भरो. यू आर नॉट गेटिंग कन्विंस्ड? नहीं, कुछ प्रॉब्लम है तो बोलो. नहीं, आपका ऐसा कुछ फीलिंग है क्या? सर रिकॉग्नाइज्ड है तो ऐसा टैक्स क्यों कर रहे? गलत है ना सर. अनरिकॉग्नाइज्ड है तो नहीं करना, अनरिकॉग्नाइज्ड है तो करना चाहिए, रिकॉग्नाइज्ड है तो नहीं करना चाहिए. आप तो उल्टा बोल रहे. अरे मैं उल्टा कुछ नहीं बोल रहा यार. यू हैव टू अंडरस्टैंड समथिंग लाइक दिस. लिसन वेरी क्लियरली, लिसन वेरी क्लियर. लास्ट टाइम आई विल रिपीट, आफ्टर दिस आई विल नॉट रिपीट. लिसन वेरी क्लियरली. सर लेट अस से फॉर एग्जांपल आई एम एन एम्प्लॉयर. ओके, आई एम एन एम्प्लॉयर. Prasad, can I take your name for 2 minutes? Done. Prasad is an employee. Okay. Now what is happening is we are contributing money in URPF. हमने एक प्रोविडेंट फंड बनाया, हमने एक PF का अकाउंट बनाया जिसका कमिश्नर का अप्रूवल नहीं मिला, तो उसको हम क्या बोलेंगे? URPF. हर साल पिछले 6 साल से मैं कंट्रीब्यूट कर रहा हूं URPF में, प्रसाद के नाम पे. एम्प्लॉयर कॉन्ट्रीब्यूशन टू URPF. क्लियर माय डियर फ्रेंड्स? एंड एवरी ईयर आई एम कंट्रीब्यूटिंग 1.5 लाख, 1.5 लाख, 1.5 लाख, 1.5 लाख. Technically speaking, 30,000 would have been taxable. This would have been RPF. दोस्तों, but Prasad is not paying tax because Prasad is telling URPF and he is not paying tax. बोलो, अब 6 साल के बाद अचानक URPF RPF बन गया because I got approval of commissioner. अप्रूवल आ गया ना? अप्रूवल आने के बाद अब तक कितने साल हो गया? भाई साहब जाके पैसे विड्रॉ कर रहे हैं, भाई साहब जाके पैसे विड्रॉ कर रहे हैं और बोल रहे हैं नॉट टैक्सेबल बिकॉज इट इज RPF. समझे? बोलो. लॉ इज टेलिंग मेरे भाई तू विड्रॉ करने से पहले अगर एक बार URPF RPF बन गया, अगर ये पहले से RPF होता था तो कितना टैक्सेबल होता था? वो वैल्यू पे अभी टैक्स भर. यू आर गेटिंग व्हाट आई एम सेइंग? सर अगर एक प्रोविजन लॉ में नहीं है तो क्या होता बेटा? URPF जब तक URPF है ये ईयरली टैक्स नहीं भरेगा. एक बार अगर RPF बन गया, जाके विड्रॉ कर रहा है पैसा और बोल रहा है रेंडर सर्विस मोर देन 5 years, नथिंग इज टैक्सेबल. गवर्नमेंट को बना दिया ना चू. पागल है क्या वो लोग? वो लोग तो प्रोविजन बनाएंगे ना. वो प्रोविजन क्या लगा है? URPF अगर एक बार RPF बन गया, अगर ये पहले से RPF होता था तो हर साल कितना टैक्स भरते थे आप? वो पूरा अभी भरो. आप समझे क्या? दिमाग में क्या कॉन्सेप्ट? Yes, my dear friends, please reply. All of us. Clear, no? I started with the word what is PF. Then we came till here. Are we fully clear? Everybody, sir? Reply, my dear friends. Section 7 में है 4 पॉइंट, 3 पॉइंट हो गया. फोर्थ पॉइंट बोलूंगा पहले, परफेक्ट होने दो. ये तो बोलो फर्स्ट पॉइंट क्या है? Employer contribution to RPF in excess of 12% of salary. Sir, all these points will come once again in the chapter called income from salaries. Sir, आपने को 5 heads of income पढ़ने का है. आपको क्या लगा बैच खत्म हो गया? नहीं, अपने को और 5 heads of income पढ़ना है, क्लबिंग पढ़ना है, सेट ऑफ पढ़ना है, डिडक्शंस पढ़ना है, TDS पढ़ना है, रिटर्न ऑफ इनकम पढ़ना है. पिक्चर अभी बहुत बाकी है, अभी जस्ट चालू हुआ है बस. क्लियर है ना बेटा? ये सब भी इंपॉर्टेंट है, वैसा कुछ नहीं, बट वो भी और भी बहुत सारी चीजें जो इंपॉर्टेंट है. ठीक है, बोलो क्लियर है क्या? बोलो फर्स्ट पॉइंट, employer's contribution to RPF in excess of 12% of salary. Second, interest credited to RPF in excess of 9.5% per annum. Third, transfer balance from URPF to RPF. समझे क्या? पक्का? चलो लास्ट पॉइंट, employer contribution to pension scheme of central government. Employer contribution to what, sir? Pension scheme of central government, which is notified under section 80CCT. Employer contribution to pension scheme of central government notified section 80CCD. It is not cafe coffee day, it is section number 80CCD. Clear my dear friends? Let me tell you practically, you would have heard about one word called NPS. कभी सुने क्या? नहीं सुने. Sir, NPS stands for National Pension Scheme. वही विकिपीडिया को खोला. What do you call that, my dear friends? National there is one trust called National Pension System Trust. To this account, who is contributing? Employer is contributing. For the benefit of whom? Benefit आ रहा है ना? बोलो. तो borrow tax. Every rupee you get, income tax will not keep quiet. They are watching. Income tax is watching. They get lot of data from your bank accounts, from various sources. They get the information. We think, how will they know? They will know. Clear, my dear friends? We think, अरे अपन का बाहर गए तो उनको कैसे मालूम पड़ता है? मालूम पड़ता है? उनका अपने पासपोर्ट डेटा सब कुछ है उनके पास. इनकम टैक्स नोज मोर देन व्हाट वी नो अबाउट आवरसेल्फ. उतना डेटा है उनके पास. एक बार एक क्लाइंट का क्या हुआ, उसके पास 5 बैंक अकाउंट है. उसने मुझे इनकम टैक्स रिटर्न फाइल करते वक्त सिर्फ 2 ही बैंक अकाउंट दिया. वो 2 बैंक अकाउंट के इनकम दिखा के मैंने रिटर्न फाइल किया, टैक्स भी पे कर दिया. उसके बाद इनकम टैक्स का नोटिस आया, टेलिंग दैट इतना इतना इनकम आपने दिखाई क्यों नहीं. मैंने ऑफिसर के पास गया, वो टाइम पे फिजिकल था मीटिंग. नाउ दे मेड इट कंप्लीटली ऑनलाइन. सिंस लास्ट 1.5 ईयर इट इज ऑल ऑनलाइन असेसमेंट्स ओनली. मतलब अपना जाके बात करने का कुछ भी नहीं है. ऑफिसर नोटिस देगा, अपने को ऑनलाइन में ही रिप्लाई करना है. क्लियर है क्या बेटा? टू अवॉइड corruption and all, they have started doing this. Clear my difference? Because the more physical meeting is there, we will go to the officer and tell, sir देखो ना सर, हम आपको देखेंगे, आप हमको देखो. जैसे बातें है ना सर, नॉनसेंस. क्या चाय पानी? हाँ ठीक है, जो भी है. So coming back to discussion, when I went to the officer, officer asked me one question, सर आपको पता है कि आपके क्लाइंट के पास कितने बैंक अकाउंट्स है? मैंने ऐसे शान से बोला, सर 2 बैंक अकाउंट है. क्या प्रॉब्लम है? बोला 2, आपके क्लाइंट के पास 5 बैंक अकाउंट है. सी दिस, लाइक दैट ही टर्न्ड मॉनिटर टुवर्ड्स मी. एज अ मॉनिटर घुमा के मेरे को दिखाया, इसके पास 5 बैंक अकाउंट है, आपने 2 बैंक अकाउंट दिखाया, बाकी 3 में इतना इनकम आया जो आप डिक्लेयर नहीं करे. दैट इज कॉल्ड अनएक्सप्लेन्ड इनकम, पे टैक्स एट 60%. 115 BBE. Correct, no friends? Income tax has got tremendous data with them. We always think, अरे इनको कैसे मालूम पड़ेगा यार? They will know. That's why you have to be very careful. Clear, no friends? अरे समझे या नहीं समझे बोलो ना यार, कुछ तो कैसा कर रहे हैं यार आप लोग? Everyone, कितने पॉइंट्स हो गए? 4. और कितने बाकी है? हो गया? पक्का? बोलो 4 पॉइंट क्या है? Employer contribution to RPF in excess of 12% of salary. Number 2, interest credited to RPF in excess of 9.5% per annum. Third one, ट्रांसफर बैलेंस फ्रॉम यूआरपीएफ टू आरपीएफ. समझ गए ना? थर्ड पॉइंट बोलो. फोर्थ पॉइंट employer contribution to pension scheme of central government notified under section 80 CCD. Technically we call it as NPS. NPS stands for National Pension Scheme. कभी सुने नहीं क्या आप लोग ये नेशनल पेंशन स्कीम करके? पेपर में इतना ऐड देते वो लोग. दे विल एनकरेज पीपल टू पुट द मनी इन एनपीएस. अच्छा सेविंग स्कीम है, आपको इंटरेस्ट आएगा जो टैक्स फ्री है, विड्रॉ टाइम पे एग्जामेशन मिलेगा, करो करो करके. गवर्नमेंट गिव्स लॉट ऑफ एड्स ऑन एनपीएस, स्पेशली इन टाइम्स ऑफ इंडिया, इकोनॉमिक टाइम्स, बहुत एड्स आते. अच्छा अपन वो पेपर देखते नहीं ना, ठीक है. अपन तो महाराष्ट्र टाइम्स और क्या है वो लोकमत. आपके फोन में एप्स है क्या? न्यूज एप्स कुछ तो पढ़ते क्या आप लोग? अपडेट्स सुबह या तो शाम में कभी अपडेट्स पढ़ते क्या? नहीं. दुनिया से हमको कोई लेना देना नहीं है सर. हमको सिर्फ एक ही दुनिया है, वो है प्रेस्टेज पॉइंट. भाई उसका कोई यूज नहीं है. इट इज इंपॉर्टेंट दैट यू कम टू द क्लास डेली, लिसन टू द क्लास डेली, गेन नॉलेज एंड गो. बट एट द सेम टाइम इट इज ऑल्सो इंपॉर्टेंट दैट यू शुड ऑल्सो हैव लॉट ऑफ प्रैक्टिकल थिंग्स ऑल्सो. वी विल टेल प्रैक्टिकल थिंग्स, बट हम जो बताएंगे वो पूरा नहीं है ना. बहुत सारे चीज ऐसे भी रहते हैं, बहुत सारे जो हम आपको नहीं बता रहे, विच यू विल गेट टू लर्न बाय सीइंग, रीडिंग गुड न्यूज़पेपर्स. करेक्ट नो? वैसे न्यूज़पेपर सिर्फ स्पोर्ट्स कॉलम ओपन करके मैच क्या हुआ, सेंचुरी मारा है, रूट, बस इतना देख के बाहर नहीं आना है. पूरा पढ़ना है पेपर, स्पेशली बिजनेस आर्टिकल्स. वी आर प्रोफेशनल मैन. अपन सिर्फ यही देखते बैठेंगे शाहिद कपूर क्या कर रहा है, किसके साथ बैठ रहा है, क्या करना है यार अपने को. ठीक है, रीड दैट आर्टिकल्स, आई एम नॉट डिनाइंग दैट. योर बॉलीवुड और सिनेमैटिक आर्टिकल्स, रीड देम, बट जस्ट फॉर टाइम पास. बट सिर्फ वही पढ़ रहे, दैट इज नॉनसेंस. क्लियर नो फ्रेंड्स? एवरीवन सर, I told this 10 days back only, but I hope you are following it. कितने लोग फोन में ऐप इंस्टॉल किए, कुछ न्यूज ऐप, अच्छे न्यूज एप्स? गुड. और थोड़े लोग सर हमारे पास स्मार्टफोन ही नहीं है. मत बोलो यार, आज के दिन टुडेज डेट एवरीबॉडी, ऑलमोस्ट एवरीवन हैज गॉट स्मार्टफोन्स. किसके पास फोन नहीं है इधर? देखो, पहले घर पे एक लैंडलाइन फोन रहता था, अभी सबके पास एक एक फोन. और थोड़े लोगों का दो दो फोन, एक ही फोन में दो दो सिम कार्ड्स. एक तो सबको पता है, एक सिर्फ थोड़े लोगों को पता है. मेरे पास, किसके पास दो? प्रसाद के पास दो है क्या? दो फोन है क्या? इसके लिए भाई, एक सबको पता है और एक नंबर सिर्फ गीता को पता है. लीना को भी पता है, गीता लीना. ठीक है, एनीवेज, जोक्स अबाउट. सर प्लीज इंस्टॉल सम गुड एप्स इन योर फोन, गेट सम गुड नॉलेज, realize that the world is much bigger and we will have more value only when you have knowledge on practical world. ठीक है? Speak out. Done. चलो start. Put the heading section 7. कल लास्ट अपन एक क्वेश्चन कर देना. कौन सा क्वेश्चन था वो? अच्छा वही बात था ना, गीता लीना. हाँ डन डन, ठीक है. Put the heading section 7. Section 7. Title income deemed to be. Section 7 title क्या है बेटा? Income deemed to be. Income deemed to be received in India. Clear? First point. Employer contribution to RPF. employer contribution to RPF in excess of employer contribution to RPF in excess of 12% of salary. Employer contribution to RPF in excess of 12% of salary. Clear? नीचे लिखो बेटा एग्जाम्पल ये ले लो. These 3 lines. So done? Chalo beta, first point, come on. Employer contribution to RPF in excess of what? 12% of salary. Second, interest credited to RPF. Interest credited to RPF interest credited to RPF in excess of interest credited to RPF in excess of 9.5% per annum. Interest credited to RPF in excess of 9.5% per annum. Third point. Transfer balance from URPF to RPF. Transfer balance from URPF to RPF. Bracket में लिखो बेटा, I'll give more clarity. Bracket में लिखो employer contribution in excess of limit. Employer contribution in excess of limit, and also interest credited in excess of limit, in excess of limit. Clear na beta? In excess of limit shall be what beta? Taxable. Friends, got it, my dear friends? Shall be taxable. Bracket close. Last point. Employer contribution to pension scheme of central government. Employer contribution to pension scheme of central government, notified under section. Employer contribution to pension scheme of central government, notified under section 80CCD. Employer contribution to pension scheme of central government, notified under section 80CCD. Bracket national pension scheme. Is that clear? For the sake of convenience, let's prepare one small table in the bottom. URPF, RPF. Employer contribution. Not taxable. Here, in excess of 12% of salary is taxable. So getting clarity? Next, who will contribute? Employee contribution. URPF, no treatment, but in RPF, we will get deduction under section 80C. Which section, my dear friends? 80C. Interest credited, URPF not taxable, RPF taxable, in excess of 9.5% per annum. Withdrawal, definitely what will happen is taxable. And as I told you already, employee contribution not taxable, employer contribution plus interest on employer contribution will tax under salary. And the last one, interest on employee contribution, I will tax under income from other sources. I will tax under income from other sources. And when I talk about RPF, withdrawal, service greater than 5 years, then the answer is not taxable. But if service is less than 5 years, taxable as URPF. I hope you are getting this point, everybody. समझ में आया ना बेटा? Friends, क्या हुआ? Done? That's it. That's the end of story for which section, my dear friends? Section 7. What is section 7? Income deemed to be received in India. दोस्तों clear है? Everyone? Done. Put the heading section 9. Section 9. Title: Income deemed to. क्या लगता है आपको सेक्शन 9 क्या है? Exactly. Income deemed to accrue or arise in India. Two, 3 points I can directly tell actually. Income deemed to occur as in India. 3, 4 points will directly write. They are understandable directly. Clear, no? First point. Income deemed to occur as in India. First point. Income from any property in India. Correct, no? Income from any property in India. Property in India. Correct, friends? Second point. Income from any. Income from, write like this. Income from transfer of capital asset in India. Income from transfer of capital asset in India. Sir, logic is simple, sir. Imagine for a second, income from transfer of capital asset in India. Imagine one US guy is having property in India. US guy transferred the Indian property to UK guy. Seller is US, buyer is UK. But the point is asset is in Indian income, pay tax. You getting what I'm saying, everybody? All of us. Next point. Dividend paid by Indian company. ये तो पता है अपने को already. Dividend paid by an Indian company. Make sense? Next. Gifts in excess of 50,000. Gifts in excess of what, beta? 50,000 per annum. Obviously per annum. Gifts in excess of 50,000 per annum. Make sense? Next point. Any income payable for service rendered in India. Any income payable for services rendered in India. So clear? Next one, special case I'll talk. Listen here very clearly. So let us say, for example, there is one person, Mr. Anish. What is it? Mr. Anish. He is an IAS officer. You know what is IAS? IAS means Indian Administrative Service. Correct, my dear friends? He is an IAS officer who is working in Japan for government of India. You might ask, उधर क्या कर रहे हैं? I hope you know that in every foreign country we have got Indian embassy. Our people are working there for the sake of our people who are staying in that country. Sir, India also you have got US embassy, no? Speak out, my dear friends. Now, there is government of India. Now, ultimately, my dear friends, government of India only will pay salary to Anish. Speak out, my dear friends. Everyone, sir, they are paying salary, no? Now, this salary is accrued where? Japan. अरे काम जहां पे कर रहा है वहां पे अक्रू होगा ना यार, क्या बोल रहे यार आप? accrued in Japan, received also in it is accrued in Japan, received in Japan. What do you call it, my dear friends? Foreign income. But law told still it is deemed to accrue or arise in India. That is the next point what we are going to write, which says that salary paid by government of India to an Indian citizen, again the word used is Indian citizen, salary paid by government of India to an Indian citizen working outside India. But let me tell you, if this would have been not government of India or somebody else, the answer would have been not taxable. Because deemed to accrue language is only in government of India. So getting what I am saying, everybody? Salary paid by whom, sir? Government of India to an Indian citizen working outside India is deemed to accrue as in India. But one special point what they told is, my dear friends, however, allowances and perquisites, it is not parasite, it is perquisite. Perquisite means some benefits given, something like car facility, house facility, they are called as perquisites. What do you call them? What is the spelling? Perquisites, P-R-Q-U-I-S-I-T-S. In exam, one fellow wrote, instead of perquisite, he wrote parasite. यार थोड़ा सा तो सोचना ना यार लिखने से पहले, या कम से कम लिखने के बाद. Allowance, you would have something called, heard something called house rent allowance, dearness allowance, DA बोलते हैं हम लोग. They are called allowances. We'll talk more detail when we go to income from salaries. Yeah. However, allowances and perquisites are exempt under one brilliant section called 10.7. What is 10.1? Agricultural income from a land in India. Pura bolo. Agricultural income from a land in India is exempt. What is 10.7? Allowances and perquisites paid by government of India to an Indian citizen working. Chalo वापस बोलो. What is section 10.7? Allowances and perquisites paid by government of India to an Indian citizen working outside India is exempt. Correct, friends? Come on, once again. Allowances and perquisites paid by government of India to an Indian citizen working outside India. Exactly. Are we clear with that, everybody? All of us. Chalo, how many points done? Next point. Salary paid by government of India to an Indian citizen working outside India. Salary paid by government of India to an Indian citizen working outside India. Full stop. However, comma, allowances and perquisites paid abroad. Allowances and perquisites paid abroad. Abroad means outside India. Allowances and perquisites paid abroad shall be exempt. Allowances and perquisites paid abroad shall be however, allowances and perquisites paid abroad shall be exempt under section 10.7. allowance per kids paid abroad shall be exempt under which section, my dear friends? 10(7). दोस्तों, getting clarity on the spot, everybody? समझ में आ रहा है क्या बेटा सबको? बोलो ना दोस्तों. चलो, ये एग्जाम्पल ले लो. Done, beta? Bolo, what are the points we discussed so far? What are the points we discussed so far? Read out. First one. Income from any property in India. Makes sense to everybody? Next point. Income from transfer of capital asset in India. India का asset बेचे तो obviously demat occur in India. Next. Dividend paid by Indian company is always an Indian income. Next. Gives in excess of 50,000 per annum. Next. Any income payable for services rendered in barabar, exactly correct. Next. Salary paid by government of India to an Indian citizen working outside India. However, allowances and perquisites paid abroad are exempt under which section, beta? 10(7). Correct, no friends? Allowances perquisites paid abroad are exempt under which section, my dear friends? 10(7). दोस्तों clear है यहाँ तक सबको बेटा? चलो, now comes the real discussion, which is very important. Listen very carefully. Please concentrate. First, you might get confused, but I'll guarantee at the end you will get convinced. Okay? Are we clear, everybody? Listen very carefully now. All of us, please listen. Can I go ahead? Everyone? Sure? Listen. So let us say, for example, there is one person, Mr. Pranay. Okay? This particular person is in India. Mr. only, not Mrs. He is in India. Correct, my dear friends? And Pranay he is planning to set up a 5-star hotel in India with a brand name Yellow Park. That's the name. Clear, my dear friends? क्या हुआ? होटल का नाम अच्छा नहीं लगा क्या? चलेगा ना? ठीक है. नहीं कुछ और नाम बोलना है तो बोलो भाई. चलेगा ना? ओ डिपेंड्स. ठीक है. होटल का नाम है डिपेंड्स. डिपेंड्स कुछ तो लगाएंगे यार आगे पीछे. डिपेंड्स अंडर सेक्शन. यार मजा नहीं आ रहा. क्या? अरे नहीं रे, उधर भी क्या प्रेस्टेज पॉइंट. ठीक है जाने दो, येलो पार्क ही रहने दो. वो डिपेंड्स को ऐसा वर्ड को जमना नहीं वो होटल का नाम. ठीक है. व्हाट द होटल इज प्लान टू स्टार्ट? येलो पार्क. ओके ना माय डियर फ्रेंड्स? अरे स्पीक आउट से यार. अरे ग्रीन पार्क करके ऑलरेडी एक होटल है इसलिए मैंने येलो पार्क लिखा उधर, और कुछ रीजन है मेरे पास. ठीक है. व्हाट इज द होटल नेम? येलो पार्क. ठीक है माय डियर फ्रेंड्स. नाउ हु इज प्लान टू सेट अप दैट होटल? Pranay. And Pranay wants this hotel to be one of the top notch with next level amenities and design, where people who are coming to the hotel should be shocked and stunned by seeing that designs of the hotel. Like that he thought. Clear my dear friends? Then what he has done is, there is one person, Mr. क्या? Mr. Mike, who is of Singapore, who is one top, what is he sir? Top architect. There is one person, Mike, who is in Singapore, who is one top architect. And what Pranay has done is, Pranay has called Mike and told, Mr. Mike, can you please come to India? We plan to set up a hotel in India. I want you to give some exquisite and some aesthetic and wonderful design for my hotel. Like that, who told? Pranay. Whom did he tell? Mike. How did he tell? On the call. Mr. Mike replied saying, hello my dear Pranay, it's not possible for me to come to India. If you want my service, you come to Singapore and take it. You're getting my point, everybody? Speak out, sir. There's lot of crux and concept in whatever I'm telling. इसलिए मैं ऐसा बोल रहा हूँ मैं. समझ में आ रहा है क्या बेटा? Now tell me. Now what is the option left for Pranay? He definitely wants to take design from Mike only because he's one top architect. Clear, my dear friends? Now what do you think Pranay has done? Pranay went to Singapore and he got the design and paid 10 lakhs. Madam, top architect. He paid what, sir? 10 lakhs to Mr. Mike in Singapore. Now tell me, who has earned the income? Mike. Who paid that money? Pranay. Did Mike come to India? Exactly. Who went to Singapore? Pranay. Pranay only went to Singapore. Mike did not come to India. I repeat once again, Mike did not come to India. Pranay only went to Singapore, took services from Mike, paid money to Mike, and then came back to India. Clear, my dear friends? Speak out. Now, technically, it is a fees for technical services what Mike has provided. Correct, no, my dear friends? Don't tell that nonsense answer called 50% and all. That is only in case of foreign company. That too only when agreement is entered between that period. Mr. Mike is not a foreign company. समझ रहे क्या? कुछ भी मतलब जहां मन करे वहां पे लिंक कर देंगे अपन. फीस फॉर टेक्निकल सर्विसेज. करेक्ट माय डियर फ्रेंड्स? अरे बोलो ना यार. पैसे कौन कमाए? Mike. Clear, my dear friends? And Mike never ever came to India till now in his lifetime. What will be the residential status of Mike? Someone telling, bolo na sir, kuch to dates bolo. अरे नेवर केम टू इंडिया बोले तो कुछ तो लेट बोले बोलते क्या? नॉन रेसिडेंट लाइक गीता सेटल्ड इन मलेशिया. Correct, no friends? What is Mike? Because he never came to India. अरे बोलो ना यार. Now tell me, listen carefully and give an answer. These fees for technical services, who has provided? Who has provided? अरे प्रणय बोलते क्या है? Who has provided बोले तो Mike has provided to Pranay. Pranay paid to Mike. Who gave services? Mike. So when I ask the question, who has provided technical services, it means Mike only, no? Sir, my English, please. Okay, no? Thank you. Come on, get back. Who has provided service? Mike. What service he provided? Technical services to Mr. Pranay. Who has earned the income? Clear enough? Now tell me, income is accrued where? Bolo. No doubt about it. Singapore. बराबर है ना बेटा? अरे वो बंदा तो सिंगापुर से हिला ही नहीं यार. He is staying at Singapore and he didn't move from Singapore at all. So speak out. Income is accrued in Singapore. Received. Income is accrued in Singapore. Received also in Singapore. दोस्तों समझ में आ रहा है क्या बेटा? बेटा बोलो ना यार. Income is accrued in Singapore, received also in Singapore. Then what is the kind of income you call it? Speak out. If it is foreign income, what will happen? Not taxable for Mike. Correct, no, my dear friends? Speak out. But what they told in the law is, still it is deemed to accrue or arise in India. Because what they told in the law is that in case of royalties, in case of what? Royalties, and in case of fees for technical services, I repeat once again, in case of royalty and in case of fees for technical services, if it is paid outside India, if it is paid what, sir? Outside India, still it is deemed to accrue or arise in India if it is utilized for the purpose of business in India. If it is utilized for the purpose of business in India. This is a beautiful point in section 9. अभी तक जो पढ़े वो नॉर्मल पॉइंट्स थे. अभी तक जो पढ़े वो पॉइंट्स में क्या था? असेट इंडिया में है, इंडिया का असेट बेच दिए, इंडियन कंपनी में डिविडेंड दिया, वो सब टाइम पास का पॉइंट्स है. अरे बराबर है बेटा, ये सब तो टाइम पास का पॉइंट है, क्या बड़ी बात नहीं है उसमें कुछ भी. समझ रहे क्या आप मेरी बात? अभी कॉन्सेप्ट क्या है? Who has earned the income here? Mike. Did Mike ever come to India? Did Mike come to India to provide that service? वो उधर ही बैठा है, बट फिर भी टैक्सेबल है. फिर भी इंडियन गवर्नमेंट इज टेलिंग मिस्टर माइक, पे टैक्स इन इंडिया. He is telling non-resident, so what? It is Indian income. He is telling I did not come to India. It is deemed to accrue in India. Pay tax. समझ में आ रहा है क्या? कुछ तो डाउट आ रहा है क्या? मतलब गवर्नमेंट विल कैच माइक एंड आस्क हिम टू पे टैक्स. कुछ तो डाउट पूछो ना यार. कुछ तो क्लियर है क्या पूरा? तो सिंगापुर का आदमी है तो क्या हुआ? इट इज इंडियन इनकम, नो? इट इज डीम्ड टू अक्रू इन इंडिया, नो? डीम्ड का कॉन्सेप्ट ही वो है ना बेटा. डीम्ड का कॉन्सेप्ट ही वो होता है ना. So the doubt which should come to you is something like this: how will government catch Mike? ना कैसा टैक्सेबल मत पूछो, टैक्सेबल तो है ही. आपको डाउट यह आना चाहिए कि माइक को कैसे पकड़ेंगे प्रैक्टिकली. दैट डाउट शुड कम. फॉर दैट द आंसर इज समथिंग लाइक दिस. सर, व्हेन प्रणय प्रिपेयर्स हिज P&L account, who prepares P&L account? Pranay prepares his P&L account. He will show all the expenses as debit, incomes as credit. In that he will also show two technical services 10 lakh rupees. Speak out. Income tax will ask first to Mr. Pranay, telling when you have paid to a non-resident, when you have paid to a non-resident and that income is taxable in India, why the hell you have not done TDS, which stands for tax directed at source. मतलब income tax will not go and trouble Mike, they will go and trouble Pranay, telling that तू TDS क्यों नहीं किया? जब तू 10 लाख दे रहा था तभी TDS काट के तू गवर्नमेंट को भरना चाहिए था, क्योंकि बंदा नॉन रेजिडेंट है, वो बंदा मिलता नहीं, तू TDS क्यों नहीं किया? वो बोल रहे गलती हो गया सर, गलती हो गया सर. You are deemed to be an assessee in default. Person was not done TDS. लिंक आ रहा है क्या अभी? That is how the concept works. जब मैंने सिंपल एग्जांपल दिया था आपको, when expert is paying Shiva Teja, if expert doesn't do Shiva Teja, doesn't do TDS when payment to Shiva Teja, expert is assessee in default. तब इतना सुनाया था आपको मैं, क्योंकि तब बेसिक लेवल पे थे हम. अब थोड़ा थोड़ा ग्रो कर रहा है ना अपना ब्रेन. Then you're getting what I'm saying? So income tax will not come and trouble Mike, they'll come and trouble Pranay. भाई तेरे एक्सपेंस P&L में एक्सपेंस दिख रहा है, तो TDS क्यों नहीं किया? बोल तू TDS क्यों नहीं किया? उसको दम करके रख देंगे. Normally, they will show torture to Pranay, telling why you have not done TDS. Explain the reason. He is telling, I didn't know that. Didn't know क्या? Ignorance of law is not an excuse. He is telling, अब मैं क्या करूं? बर टैक्स इंटरेस्ट के साथ, बर इंटरेस्ट के साथ पे कर. तो प्रणय बोल रहा है इनकम टैक्स. सुनो, प्रैक्टिकल बातें बोल रहा मैं. प्रणय बोल रहा है इनकम टैक्स में मुझे छोड़ दो ना, जाके माइक को पकड़ो ना यार, उसका की तो इनकम है. गवर्नमेंट इज टेलिंग, माइक का टॉपिक तू छोड़, सबसे पहले तेरे को टीडीएस करना था. तू पहले तेरा काम सही किया कि उसकी ना उस पर डाल रहा है. यू आर सपोज टू डू टीडीएस, डिड यू डू दैट? यू पे. यू डोंट टेल ही विल पे. नो, पे. इट विल नॉट वर्क लाइक दैट. वी कैन नॉट टेल स्टोरीज टू इनकम टैक्स, दे विल नॉट लिसन. सर आई एम टेलिंग यू वेरी क्लियरली सर, मैं लास्ट 10 साल से ये प्रैक्टिस में हूं. आई एम नॉट समबडी हु इज जस्ट ए व्हाट यू कॉल बुक टीचर, आई एम समबडी हु इज ए प्रैक्टिकल टीचर. डिफरेंस दोनों में कैसा बोलूं मैं आपको? बुक में कुछ है जो पढ़ के मैं आपको समझा रहा, वो कैटेगरी का टीचर नहीं हूं मैं. आई एम नॉट दैट कैटेगरी ऑफ फैकल्टी. आई एम दैट कैटेगरी ऑफ फैकल्टी हु डज अ लॉट ऑफ प्रैक्टिस. Clear my difference? I have an office in Hyderabad. Since the last 10 years, I am extensively doing practice only in taxation. So whatever I tell you is all practical things. And that's how you have to learn and get a clarity. Correct, no friends? ऐसा practically होता नहीं है कि इनकम टैक्स ऑफिसर फ्लाइट पकड़ के जाके माइक को पकड़ के आएगा, नोटिस देगा, अनाउंसमेंट करेगा, माइक जिधर भी इधर आना पड़ेगा. क्यों आएगा यार वो? We will not touch that fellow. We will catch this fellow and squeeze him left and right. We'll tell Pranay, why the hell you have not done TDS? वो बोलेगा मुझे पता ही नहीं कि वो नॉन रेजिडेंट है, पता लगाना चाहिए था तेरे को. He is telling, I didn't know this provision. Ignorance of law is not an excuse. तेरे को नहीं मालूम तो तू जा सीए के पास, करा ले सीए के पास, पूछ सीए से, पूछ पेमेंट करने से पहले. सर पेमेंट कर रहा हूं, ऐसा टीडीएस करूं या नहीं करूं, जाके पूछ सीए से. क्यों बना वो चार्टर्ड अकाउंटेंट? ज्ञान है ना उसके पास, नॉलेज है ना उसके पास, तो क्यों नहीं गया उसके पास? सोचा ना 10,000 जाएगा उसके पास गए तो भर अभी टैक्स फ्री टीडीएस के साथ, इंटरेस्ट के साथ. समझ रहे क्या? So for all these things, client will come to us practically, telling that, sir, I'm making payment outside India to non-resident. मैं कुछ TDS करूँ क्या? उसको अपने को समझाना पड़ेगा उसको. बराबर है ना? अपन ही बोलेंगे क्लाइंट को, ये टैक्स पूरा कॉम्प्लिकेटेड है, तो तू क्या करेगा सीए बन के? You can't escape out of tax. अब बिल्कुल ये मत बोलो मैं टैक्स में काम ही नहीं करूंगा, दूसरा कुछ काम करूंगा. फिर भी टैक्स तो कुछ ना कुछ करना पड़ेगा, बिकॉज हर बंदे को टैक्स भरना मैंडेटरी है. यू आर टेलिंग, सर मैं 2.5 लाख से नीचे कमाऊंगा, तो सीए क्यों कर रहा है? फिर छोड़ दे, जाके बीकॉम कर ले. You keep my emotions aside. You tell me, did you understand the concept, everybody? So don't dare to get that out. How will income tax catch Mike? They'll not trouble Mike. They'll trouble Pranay. समझा क्या? एक बात बोलूं क्या? अगर ऐसा इनकम फॉरेन को रेमिट कर रहे ना बेटा, अगर टीडीएस उसको करना है, वो टीडीएस नहीं किया, इसको वाट लगा देंगे पूरा प्रणय को. और ऊपर से इट इज मैंडेटरी दैट प्रणय फेलो शुड गेट सर्टिफिकेट फ्रॉम चार्टर्ड अकाउंटेंट स्टेटिंग व्हाट इज द टीडीएस दैट इज सपोज टू बी डन. लेट मी टेल यू, देयर इज समथिंग कॉल्ड फॉर्म 15 CB. This will not come in exam, only for knowledge. If you're interested, I'll show. If not, I'll close it. देखना नहीं देखना सीधा बोल दो पहले. There's a form called 15 CB, my dear friends. It is a certificate of chartered accountant. Certificate of what? Accountant means chartered accountant means. Clear, my dear friends? We have examined the agreement between Indian person, foreign person. What is the country to which amount is paid? What is the amount that is paid? What is the name of the bank? What is the amount of TDS? ये सब कुछ अपने को रिपोर्ट करके चार्टर्ड अकाउंटेंट को साइन करना पड़ेगा. और यहाँ पे देखो, if remittance is for royalties, technical services, interest, dividend, please indicate. Also mention about relevant clause of DTAA. दिख रहा है क्या? डबल टैक्स अवॉइडेंस अग्रीमेंट. वो सब पढ़ के अपने को बोलना पड़ेगा कि वो टैक्सेबल है या नहीं है. फिर साइन करेंगे, तब जाके साइन करें तो पैसे आते हैं. Now why this pin drop silence? Emotional thinking. अच्छा, हम तो सोचे सीए बन जाएंगे इसे, बाद में साइन करेंगे पैसे आएगा. Please come out of all that impression. The best thing in CA is that after you qualify CA, you will get two things for sure. एक तो respect, दूसरा है money. Those two things will come. But the two things will come provided you have knowledge and you execute that knowledge. अपन आराम से सोचेंगे तो कुछ भी नहीं आएगा. ये बिल्कुल मत सोचो सीए बन जाएंगे उसके बाद आराम करेंगे, नहीं होता ही नहीं वैसा. क्लियर है क्या बेटा? समझा क्या? टेक्निकल सर्विसेज, any kind of managerial service or any kind of technical service is covered. Technical service is something like a, what do you call, any kind of professional service is also covered there. I'll tell you, wait. ये बुक में प्रिंट नहीं किया क्या? रुको बता दूंगा. See here, my dear friend. Visible? Visible? Technical services means you have to see here. Here. Fees for technical services means any consideration, including lump sum consideration, for rendering any managerial or technical or consultancy services. But it does not cover your salary income. Salary income will never come under technical services. Salary income will come under employment. Got it? दोस्त समझ में आ रहा है क्या बेटा? सबको क्लैरिटी आया क्या बेटा? I hope you like the example and got some terrific clarity on this, everybody. चलो, put the heading taxability of royalty, taxability of royalty or fees for technical, taxability of royalty and fees for technical services. Taxability of royalties and fees for technical services. ठीक है, 3 पॉइंट लिखना है अपने को इसमें. पॉइंट नंबर वन, if it is paid by government of India, if it is paid by government of India, if it is paid by government of India, then it is, if it is paid by government of India, then it is deemed to accrue or arise in India. When government of India is paying, obviously it is deemed to accrue or arise in India. Next point, if it is paid by a resident, if it is paid by a, what sir, resident, then it is deemed to accrue or arise in India. Then it is deemed to accrue or arise in India. Then it is deemed to accrue or arise in India, except when used, except when used for the purpose of, except when used for the purpose of business or profession, except when used for the purpose of business or profession outside India. Or earning income, or earning income, or earning income from any source, or earning income from any source outside India, or earning income from any source outside India. So just listen to me. In this particular question, if Pranay, instead of setting up a hotel in India, if he's setting up a hotel in Dubai, then I would have not told it is deemed to occur in India, because it is not used for business in India. You're getting what I'm saying, everybody? When it is deemed to occur in India, only if it is used for business in India. So getting my point, everybody? Last point. Usme every point. If it is paid by non-resident, if it is paid by non-resident, if it is paid by non-resident, then it is, if it is paid by non-resident, then it is deemed to accrue or arise in India. If it is paid by non-resident, then it is deemed to, what beta? Accrue or arise in India when used for the purpose of, when used for the purpose of, when used for the purpose of business or profession in India, for the purpose of business or profession in India, or earning income, or earning income, or earning income from any source in India. Done. Take the example. Come on. Friends, done? That's the story of taxability of royalties and technical services. Samjhega beta? Now put the heading, same logic. Now what is our story here is, listen, next point is something like this. Same logic, Mr. Pranay, instead of taking technical service, he has taken loan from Mike. And that money is using for business in India. Or loan pe kya pay karega? That interest is also deemed to occur as in India. Same like technical service, interest. Put the heading, taxability of interest. Taxability of interest. First point. If it is payable by this is all in section 9 only. Whatever points we are writing, everything in section 9 only. सेक्शन हेडिंग लिखे ना ऑलरेडी अपन, उसके अंदर चल रहा है ये सब, ये भी सेक्शन 9 में ही है. गॉट इट? या फर्स्ट पॉइंट क्या लिखे आप लोग? इफ इट इज पेएबल बाय गवर्नमेंट ऑफ इंडिया, if it is payable by government of India, then it is, if it is payable by government of India, then it is deemed to accrue or arise in India. If it is payable by government of India, then it is deemed to accrue or arise in India. दोस्तों क्लियर है? नेक्स्ट पॉइंट. If it is payable by resident, if it is payable by resident, then it is deemed to accrue or arise in India. If it is payable by resident, then it is deemed to accrue or arise in India. Except when used, for the purpose of, except when used for the purpose of business or profession, except when used for the purpose of business or profession carried on outside India. Except when used for the purpose of business or profession carried on where beta? Outside India. Or earning any income, or earning any income, or earning any income from any source, or earning any income, or earning any income from any source outside India. Third point, last point. If it is payable by non-resident, if it is payable by non-resident, then it is, if it is payable by non-resident, then it is deemed to accrue or arise in India. Then it is deemed to accrue or arise in India only when used, for the purpose of, only when used for the purpose of business or profession, only when used for the purpose of business or profession carried on in India. Only when used for the purpose of business or profession carried on in India. That's it. Are we clear with this point, everybody? दोस्तों, ये पॉइंट सबको समझ में आया क्या? टेक्निकल सर्विस वाला पॉइंट, ये एग्जाम्पल सबको फुल क्लियर है क्या? Now on the basis of this example, let's discuss question number. After this question, we'll take a break. No problem. Look at question number 8. 5 minutes. We'll complete this, then take a break. चलो बोलो बेटा. X is a citizen of what beta? The moment we say citizen of South Africa, our brain should tell that special cases not apply. Some are telling non-resident. पागल हो गए क्या यार? समझ में आ रहा ना बेटा? He comes to India for the first time. पहली बार आया. For a visit of how many days? 250 days. He has come to India for a visit of 250 days on December 10, 2023. And during previous year he gets following service. He gets the following fees for. वो तो बाद में, पहले इसका रेसिडेंशियल स्टेटस बोलो. 2 मिनट सोच के बोलो. वापस पढ़ के 2 मिनट सोच के बोलो उसका रेसिडेंशियल स्टेटस क्या है. क्या? नॉन रेजिडेंट. क्यों? 250 डेज को आया ना वो. क्या बेटा 250 डेज के लिए आया वो? If it is 250, then 182 can be satisfied, no? No. Why? This 250 days is a biscuit point, irrelevant point, time pass point. How many days he has come is not important. How many days he has come during previous year is important. 250 देख के अपन रेसिडेंट बोलेंगे तो गया. ऐसे क्वेश्चन अपन सॉल्व करें ऑलरेडी. अगर दिसंबर 10 है, दिसंबर 10 से लेकर मार्च तक कितना दिन हो रहा है? 112. If it is 112, whatever it is. How can mistake happen? We don't know. December 10th means what? How many days in December? 22 days. अरे बोलो ना यार. Friends, 112 days. 182 can't be satisfied. 60 and 3 also not possible. Why? First time he came. So definitely he is a non-resident. Clear, no? Everybody. Pakka speak out. अब देखो क्वेश्चन. Technical fees from government of South Africa received in UK. बोलो यार कुछ तो. थोड़ा कॉन्फिडेंटली बोलो यार. क्यों ऐसा शर्मा रहे यार बोलने के लिए? नेक्स्ट. टेक्निकल फीस फ्रॉम गवर्नमेंट ऑफ साउथ अफ्रीका रिसीव्ड इन चेन्नई. अरे पढ़ो ना यार. पढ़ना आता नहीं आता आप लोगों को? पहली बात कैसे नमूना लोगे यार? सीधा गवर्नमेंट ऑफ साउथ अफ्रीका बोलते हैं, नॉट टैक्सेबल बोल रहे. पढ़ो ना यार पूरा ठीक से. गवर्नमेंट ऑफ इंडिया नहीं है. अरे तो क्या हुआ यार? रिसीव्ड वेयर? चेन्नई. वेयर इज चेन्नई? तो नॉट टैक्सेबल क्यों बोल रहे यार थोड़े लोग? नेक्स्ट. टेक्निकल फीस फ्रॉम गवर्नमेंट ऑफ इंडिया रिसीव्ड इन यूके. वंस इट इज गवर्नमेंट ऑफ इंडिया, डोंट टॉक एनीथिंग. सीधा का सीधा आंसर टैक्सेबल. नेक्स्ट. टेक्निकल फीस फ्रॉम गवर्नमेंट ऑफ. नेक्स्ट. Technical fees from Y, a resident in India. Fees is paid to him outside India for providing services. However, the benefit of the service is utilized by Y for carrying on business in India. Taxable. Same story of Pranay Yellow Park. सब कुछ बाहरी हो गया, but he is using the benefit of the service in India. Pranay clear है ना? Intentionally I took some names so that you will get full clarity. आपको याद हो जाएगा concepts. Next. Technical fees from Z. Fees is paid where? Outside India. For providing service where? Outside India. However, the benefit of service is utilized by Z for carrying on business in Bhutan. Bhutan India में नहीं है ना? किधर है Bhutan? नेपाल में है. वाह. किधर है यार Bhutan? हाँ सिक्किम के पास, towards north eastern side. Correct no यार. Next. Technical fees from A, resident in India. Fees is paid to him outside India for providing service outside India, and the benefit is utilized. किधर है वो? In India. Answer is taxable. Next. Technical fees from B. fees is paid to him outside India, service outside India, benefit is utilized for carrying on business in Bhutan, not taxable. सेम पॉइंट है क्या? दो बार रिपीट हो गया, ठीक है कोई नहीं, ठीक है. परफेक्शन है क्या ये कॉन्सेप्ट पे? सर अभी जो पढ़े कॉन्सेप्ट उस पे ही है ना? ये कल हम क्वेश्चन ये सॉल्व क्यों नहीं करे, समझ में आया क्या? इन पास्ट वी डिड नॉट लर्न दिस कॉन्सेप्ट, वी लर्न इन प्रेजेंट, दैट्स व्हाई टुडे ओनली वी हैव डन. क्लियर नो? डन. कैन वी सॉल्व? चलो देखो आंसर 2 मिनट में. Mr. X, Mr. X cannot satisfy Mr. X cannot satisfy any of the basic condition Mr. X cannot satisfy any of the basic condition under section 6(1) and shall be regarded as what beta? Non-resident. Clear no? Right below. As per section 5. As per section 5, comma, non-resident as per section 5, comma, non-resident shall be taxable non-resident shall be taxable only in respect of non-resident shall be taxable only in respect of Indian income. Only in respect of Indian income. That is income accrued. That is income accrued or received. That is income accrued or received or deemed to be received. Income accrued or received or deemed to be received or deemed to accrue or arise in where, sir? India. क्या हुआ? और डीम टू अकर इन इंडिया. दोस्तों क्लियर है क्या एवरीवन? दोस्तों समझ में आया क्या सबको? एवरीवन डन. राइट बिलो. कंप्यूटेशन ऑफ टोटल इनकम ऑफ मिस्टर X. Computation of total income of Mr. X for assessment year. बोलो बेटा which assessment year? 24-25. Computation of total income Mr. X for assessment year 24-25. Particulars amount. नहीं जरूरत नहीं है, मतलब समझा नहीं आपके पॉइंट. टेक्निकल सर्विस ऐसा टैक्सेबल है बोल के उसको आंसर बोलने के बाद नीचे नोट पे लिख देंगे बस. डन. लेट ऑन. टेक्निकल्स आर फीस फ्रॉम गवर्नमेंट ऑफ साउथ अफ्रीका. Technical fees from government of South Africa received in UK. Technical fees from government of South Africa received in what beta? UK. Amount column nil. Second, technical fees from Government of South Africa. Technical fees from Government of South Africa received in Chennai. Technical fees from Government of South Africa received in what beta? Chennai. Clear है ना? कितना figure? 9 lakhs. Next, technical fees from Government of India. Technical fees from Government of India. That's it. Directly take the figure 10 lakhs. वापस लिखो technical fees from Government of India. Again, technical fees from Government of India. Correct, no friends? Sir, एक बार Government of India से आया, it doesn't matter where is it received. What is the figure? Next one, 11 lakhs. Next point, technical fees received outside India. Technical fees received outside India. Technical fees received outside India for service outside India. Technical fees received outside India for service outside India. But the benefit is utilized. For business in India. For business in India. समझे ना बेटा? कितना figure? 2 lakhs. Friends, correct? No? Next, technical fees. Next point, technical fees received outside India. Technical fees received outside India for service outside India. Technical fees received outside India for service outside India. But benefit is utilized. But benefit is utilized for business in what beta? Bhutan. Amount column nil. Again same story. Technical fees received. Again same story. Technical fees received. Technical fees received outside India. Technical fees received outside India for service outside India. Technical fees received outside India for service outside India. But benefit is utilized. But benefit is utilized. But benefit is what beta? Utilized for service in where sir? India. Next point, last point. Technical fees received outside India. Technical fees received outside India for service outside India. Received outside India for service outside India. But benefit is utilized. But benefit is utilized for business in but benefit is utilized for business in what beta? Bhutan. Amount column? Bolo beta? Nil. That's it. Final answer. 34 lakhs? That's it. That's the story's interesting question. Make sense, guys? So little more last one concept is there to discuss, and then we have one question to solve that we'll do after the break. Okay? Take a break. Check. Hello. Yes. Get back. What, my dear friends, shall we start? क्या मैं जल्दी वापस आ रहा हूँ या आप लोग ब्रेक ज़्यादा ले रहे हैं? मेरे को समझ में नहीं आ रहा. मैं जल्दी आ रहा हूँ, कुछ भी. अरे 15 मिनट से ज़्यादा ब्रेक और क्या चाहिए यार? खाना बनाना थोड़ी है, जाके खाना ही तो है ना. बुक मिला आपको? बोले क्या उनको अभी इतने दिन बाद? Yes, get back, yes, come on. So what is section 7? अरे क्या मेरा चेहरा क्या देख रहे? Income deemed to be received in India. Section 9. Income deemed to accrue as in India. बोलो ना यार please. What is section 5? Scope of total income. Section 7. Income deemed to be received in India. Section 9. Income deemed to accrue as in India. दोस्तों क्लियर है क्या? All of us, my dear friends. कुछ तो बोलो. Exactly. अभी तक जो पॉइंट्स हम सेक्शन में डिस्कस करें वो पॉइंट्स क्लियर है क्या बेटा? नोट कम गो. व्हाट इज फर्स्ट पॉइंट? कम ऑन, रीड आउट. रीड आउट बेटा. फर्स्ट पॉइंट, इनकम फ्रॉम वेयर इज इट बॉय? ये सब आप लोग का वेट कर रहे थे. क्यों आप लोग नहीं आ सकते क्या? तो फिर पता नहीं. देखो हो गया, सुन लिए, आ जाओ. चलो, व्हाट इज द पॉइंट? फर्स्ट वन, कम ऑन. इनकम फ्रॉम एनी प्रॉपर्टी इन इंडिया. फिर नेक्स्ट वन, इनकम ऑफ ट्रांसफर ऑफ कैपिटल सिचुएटेड इन इंडिया. देन dividend paid by Indian company. Correct, no friends? Next point, gift in excess of what, my dear friends? 50,000. Correct, no friends? Next point, exactly. Next point, very important, salary paid by government of India to an Indian citizen working outside India. However, allowances and perquisites are exempt under which section beta? 10(7). What is section 7? Income deemed to be received in India. 2(7) assessee. 10(7) ये मतलब ये क्या होता है? ये allowances perquisites paid by government of India to an Indian citizen working outside India. Correct ना बेटा? बोलो ना. What is 10(7)? बोलो. बोलो, देख के पढ़ो. वो तो करो. नहीं वो नहीं है 10(7). 10(7) सैलरी के बारे में बात ही नहीं करते. 10(7) टॉक्स ओनली अबाउट अलाउंसेस एंड. पढ़ो. व्हाट इज सेक्शन 2(7)? ऑल assessee. 10(7) allowances and perquisites paid by government of India to an Indian citizen working outside India. Section 7. अरे जल्दी बोलो यार, फटाफट से क्या सोचते बैठ रहे यार? अब ये मत बोलो थोड़ा टाइम लगता है सर. क्यों लगेगा यार टाइम? रिवाइज करो यार आप लोग प्लीज. आई एम टेलिंग यू, looks like half of them are not opening the book at all. The bag which is getting closed in this building is again opening in the same building next day morning. Yes, Besharam. मत करो ऐसा प्लीज. आई एम टेलिंग यू, टाइम विल कीप वैनिशिंग लाइक एनीथिंग. आई एम टेलिंग यू दिस पॉइंट वेरी क्लियरली. आपकी मर्जी बाद में. आपका ही करियर है, आपका ही लाइफ है, आप सब कुछ आपका ही है. हमारे हाथ में कुछ नहीं है. ठीक है ना बेटा? तो प्लीज थिंक अबाउट इट. Clear, no? Everyone, what is section 10.7? Allowances and perquisites paid by Government of India to an Indian citizen working outside India. Once again, come on. Allowances and perquisites paid by Government of India to an Indian citizen working outside India. Clear है क्या? क्या बना है? खाना क्या बना के है? खाना क्या बना के है? तो सिर्फ खा के आए क्या? ओ, सिर्फ खा के आने में इतना टाइम लगता है क्या? अरे यार, आप लोग इतना टाइम ले रहे जैसे खाना बनाना है यार, आप लोगों को सिर्फ जाके खा के आना है यार. वाई डू रिक्वायर 20 minutes, हाफ एन आवर? नहीं, सिर्फ आपके लिए नहीं, सबके लिए बोल रहा मैं. आप सिर्फ आप अकेले जवाब मत दो. क्लियर, नो? प्लीज. डन. ओके, कैन आई गो अहेड? व्हाट इज सेक्शन 10.7? व्हाट मैडम? लास्ट क्या आंसर दिया आप? हाँ, working outside India. Yes, okay, good. Section 7. Section 9. Section 7 में कितने पॉइंट्स है? 7. वाह, 4. फोर्थ पॉइंट क्या है? Of central government notified under section 80 CCD bracket we wrote national pension scheme. दिख रहा है क्या? फर्स्ट पॉइंट क्या है? Employer contribution to RPF in excess of 12% of salary. Second, interest credit in excess of 9.5% per annum. What is section 10.7? Some of them are not telling only outside India. ये क्या है यार? Allowances perquisites paid by Government of India to an Indian citizen working is exempt. Correct? No? Clear, everybody? Section 9. Income deemed to occur as in India. किधर जाके आए दोस्त? बिल्डिंग से बाहर जाके आए क्या? ये बिल्डिंग में ही थे? ये बिल्डिंग में इतनी देर? ठीक है, गेट बैक गाइस, कम ऑन. सर, आर वी क्लियर विद दिस पॉइंट्स और नॉट? एवरीबॉडी कुछ तो बोलो यार प्लीज. क्या ऐसा कर रहे हैं यार आप लोग? समझ में आ रहा है क्या आपको? सेक्शन 9 का पूरा पॉइंट समझ में आया क्या? प्रणय का एग्जांपल क्लियर है क्या? टेक्निकल सर्विसेज का येलो पार्क का कहानी समझ में आया क्या? पक्का माय डियर फ्रेंड्स? चलो भाई, एक लास्ट कॉन्सेप्ट है, कहानी सुन लो, फिर हम लिखेंगे, फिर इसको कंप्लीट करेंगे, फिर शायद 1-2 क्वेश्चन बाकी है वो भी कंप्लीट करेंगे. देन विल टेल दिस चैप्टर इज कंप्लीटेड. फिनिश मत बोलो रे, कंप्लीट. Listen, sir, there is one person, Mr. Shivateja. There, no? There. Clear, my dear friends? Now, what has happened is, there is one website known as www. ज़्यादा मत सोचो, पूरा देखो पहले मैं क्या लिख रहा हूँ, उसके बाद आप डिसाइड करो हंसना या नहीं हंसना. Come on. There is a website known as www.alibaba.com. सुने क्या आप ये? प्रसाद, पता है ना ये वेबसाइट? www.alibaba.com. What is this website? अरे आप लोग सुने या नहीं सुने? Who have heard this name? Raise your hand. What will have in the website? किसके लिए? वेबसाइट तो ऑनलाइन ही होता है ना बेटा. अरे क्या डेंजर आंसर देते यार. वाह, व्हाट एन एप्रिसिएशन, व्हाट एन आंसर. Today I am enlightened that website means online होता है. क्या यार, एक बोलता है प्रीवियस ईयर पास्ट में, एक बोलते वेबसाइट ऑनलाइन में, और एक बंदा बोलता है सैटिस्फाई नहीं हो रहा में. हाँ क्या बेटा? Excellent, correct answer. Sir, like how, yeah, come back. Bas, ho gaya. Sir, like how in India we have got Amazon, Flipkart, e-commerce platform, Alibaba is one a website for, it's a Chinese platform through which we can order goods. शायद आप लोग सुने होंगे नाम. It's owned by one person named as Mr. Jack Ma, who is one of the richest person in China. He owns a website called Alibaba.com. Like how in India we have got websites like Amazon, Flipkart, e-commerce platform. This is also very popular. Clear, my dear friends? Now listen very clearly what is happening here. Now what I've done is, I opened the app, website, and I ordered, let us save and watch. What did I order, my dear friends? Watch. And website is showing delivery time 2 to 3 weeks. Not 2 to 3 days, 2 to 3 weeks. Normally in Amazon, Flipkart, when we order, how much time it takes normally? Sometimes same day delivery, sometimes next day delivery, sometimes they'll take maximum 3 to 4 working days, but they'll not take more than that. But how much they are telling? 2 to 3 weeks. क्यों लगता है आपको ऐसा? Because what happens is that Alibaba person is not maintaining the stock in India. What happens is every 2-3 weeks once, one container they will pack. Whatever orders are coming into India, they'll pack all that orders and send that container to India. समझ में आ रहा है क्या बेटा आपको? Everybody please reply. All of us, they'll pack all the container and send it to India. Clear, friends? And what has happened is, when I ordered one watch, I paid, let us say, 10,000 rupees. Okay? Now tell me one thing very clearly. This 10,000, is it technical service? Speak out. No. Is it royalty? Speak out. Is it interest? Definitely no. Then ultimately, the answer is that this 10,000 is nothing but business income of Alibaba. Correct, no friends? So speak out. Everybody, sir. And this Alibaba is a non-resident. Non-resident is having what income, beta? Business income. Non-resident is having business income. Now what they told in the law is that business income of non-resident, business income of whom, beta? Non-resident is taxable in India only if non-resident has business connection in India. I repeat once again. Chalo beta, what is the line I wrote? Come on, read out. Business income of a non-resident is taxable in India. I repeat once again. Business income of non-resident is taxable in India only if non-resident has business connection in India. Now the big question which comes up is, what is the meaning of this word business connection? Is number one, having agent in India who is concluding, having an agent in India who is concluding contracts or playing a principal role in concluding contracts. In concluding what, beta? Contracts. Number two, maintaining stock of goods. Chalo, my dear friends, having an agent in India, who is what? Concluding contracts, or who is maintaining stock of goods, or securing orders. Now you have to understand one point very clearly here. Securing orders. You have to understand one point very clearly here. This person Alibaba does not have an agent in India who is concluding contracts on behalf of Alibaba. Alibaba does not have agent in India who is maintaining stock of goods. That's why they're taking so much time. No. अरे यार समझ में आ रहा है क्या? आप ऑर्डर देते हो, वो बंदा फ्लाइट पकड़ के आके आपके घर पे नॉक करके ऑर्डर नहीं देगा. इसके लिए वो दो तीन हफ्ता बोल रहा है वो. समझ में आ रहा है क्या बेटा? There is no agent in India who is maintaining stock of goods, and there is no agent in India who is securing what beta? Orders. It's everything happening online. So getting clarity, everybody? Speak out. Then this business income of non-resident shall not be taxable. That's the reason why practically this Alibaba is not paying tax in India. So getting clarity? What are 3 points? Read again. Number 1, having an agent in India who is concluding contracts or playing a principal role in concluding contracts. Second one, maintaining stock of goods. So Alibaba के इंडिया में स्टॉक नहीं है कुछ, उसका warehouse गोल्ड कुछ भी नहीं. Third point, securing orders. There is no agent in India who is securing orders. When these three are not there, then we say that the non-resident is not having business connection in India. And if he is not having business connection in India, business income will not be taxable. Getting my point, everybody? सबको समझ में आ रहा क्या बेटा? यार दोस्तों बोलो ना यार कुछ प्लीज. Everyone, पक्का clear? I repeat once again. Business income of a non-resident is taxable in India only if the non-resident has business connection in India. Business connection means any of the three possibility. Having an agent in India who is concluding contract, or who is maintaining stock, or who is securing order. समझे क्या आप लोग? Everyone, sir? All of us? And now recently they brought one new interesting concept called SCP. This is more for your knowledge. सुन लो ध्यान से. Which is called significant economic presence. Significant economic what better? Presence. If they are having a significant economic presence in India, then also we say that they are having a business connection. Logic of this point is, I'll tell you. So at today's date, lot of apps what we are using, be it gaming apps or be it some social media apps or something, majority of them are owned by foreigners. Correct? No, lot of games what we play. I don't know what games you play, but I only play one game called Smash Hit and all. Smash Hit. Some time pass game. Correct my difference, some shooting kind of time pass games it is. Whenever I'm free, I don't have any work in life, that time only I play. Correct now? Which happens only once in a week. That's it. Now listen very clearly. Come on. What is it I'm trying to tell you is that lot of games what we play are all owned by whom? Foreigners. Or lot of music apps what we are using for playing some music, they are all owned by foreigners. Correct no friends? That's the reason why they brought this concept called significant economic presence. I'll show you this line in the notes. See here once. Very, very interesting line. Mast rehta hai ye concept. See this line. Significant economic presence means, दिख रहा है क्या आपको? दोस्तों, in respect of goods, services or property carried out by non-resident with any person in India, including provision of download of data or software, aggregate of payment arising from the transaction during the previous year should exceed what? 2 crores. So if the non-resident is doing business more than 2 crores in India, then we say that non-resident has got what in India? Significant economic presence in India. And significant economic presence will also constitute business connection in India. So it's an important concept. The reason being, business income of a non-resident is taxable only if non-resident has business connection in India. That is why it is an important concept. समझ में आ रहा है आपको? Next point, which you can easily understand. Systematic and continuous soliciting of business activities or engaging in interaction with users in India. Users in India playing games. Number of users should be at least 3 lakhs. मतलब इंडिया में कम से कम 3 लाख लोग यूज कर रहे हैं, then we say that that fellow is having what in India? Significant economic presence in India, and that significant presence will also cover business connection. अगर एक बार बिजनेस कनेक्शन है इंडिया में, योर बिजनेस इनकम विल बिकम टैक्सेबल. बिजनेस इनकम मतलब पूरा दुनिया का बिजनेस इनकम नहीं, जितना इंडिया का रिलेटेड है उतना. समझ में आ रहा है क्या बेटा? दोस्तों बोलो ना यार, एवरीवन. And they have also clarified, my dear friends, that some activities are not regarded as business connection. What is that? Let me show you. See this point. Number 1. Is it visible? Sir, purchase of goods in India for the purpose of what? Export. They are telling these are not business connection. Obviously, my dear friends, logic is simple. When they are exporting, government is more than happy. Sir, next point. Collection of news and views for transmission where? Outside India. For example, my dear friends, let us say there is one Indian person who has achieved some big award in India, and Forbes magazine, you know Forbes? Forbes magazine guy has come to India. He has taken the interview of the Indian person and is printing that interview in the Forbes magazine and selling that magazine everywhere in the foreign country. अपने लिए proud feeling है ना यार वो. हम उसको बोलेंगे क्या टू टैक्स भर इंडिया में? अरे पागल हो क्या? फील हैप्पी मैन. सी दैट वर्ड, कलेक्शन ऑफ न्यूज एंड व्यूज फॉर ट्रांसमिशन outside India by or on behalf of non-resident who is engaged in the business of running news agency or publishing newspapers, magazines, journals. आप सुने क्या Forbes magazine? Business magazine where all big shots, interviews and everything will come. Correct, no friends? So अपना आदमी का इंटरव्यूज में आ रहा मतलब बड़ी बात है ना यार. Don't tell that this called business connection, pay tax in India. अरे जब कुछ अच्छा हो रहा है तो उसको अच्छा होने दो. टैक्स बोल के उसको पीछे हटने मत दो. Clear my points, everybody? Next point. Shooting of what? Cinematography film in India. Hollywood films is coming to India and they are shooting a film in India. You are telling business connection, pay tax. अबे बॉलीवुड वाले इंग्लिश फिल्म इंडिया में आके शूट कर रहे, मतलब अपने लिए कितना प्राउड फीलिंग है यार वो. You are getting what I am saying? That's why they told in the law it is not regarded as business connection, even though they shoot the film in India. ये सब पुराना points है. They are very old points, but nowadays situation is different. Hollywood people are also waiting for our movies. Correct? Indian movies has got a lot of importance nowadays, especially after Bahubali, RRR. You know that no, RRR has got Oscar award. First time in the history of India, an Indian film has got an Oscar. You know that or not? Natu. All this you will know. Is that clear? Shooting of film in India. If the non-resident is individual, he should not be a citizen of India. If it's a partnership firm, they should not have a partner who is citizen of India or resident in India. If it's a company, they should not have any shareholder who is citizen of India or resident in India. Getting my point, everybody? समझ में आ रहा क्या बेटा? So buying goods in India for export, shooting of film in India, collecting news from India, they are not regarded as what, my dear friends? Business connection. Are we getting clarity, everybody, sir? Clear, sir? Pakka, my dear friends? We'll write in the notes. Should I ask, sir, which section all this? Section 9 only. Title, Income from Business Connection. Income from what, beta? Business connection. This is all a part of section 9 only, my dear friends. First point, business income of a non-resident क्या लिखे बेटा? Business income of a non-resident, business income of a non-resident shall be taxable in India. Business income of a non-resident shall be taxable in India only if non-resident has what beta? Business connection in India. Only if non-resident has what beta? Business connection in India. Next point. Business connection means having an agent in India, having an agent in India who does any of the following activities. Having an agent in India who does any of the following activities. Number one, concludes contracts. Or plays a principal role. Concludes contracts or plays a principal role. Concludes contract or plays a principal role in concluding contracts. Concludes contracts or plays a principal role in concluding contracts. Is that clear? Bolo beta. Or plays a principal role in concluding contracts. Second point. Maintains stock of goods. Maintains a stock of goods from which he regularly delivers. Maintains stock of goods from which he regularly delivers. Clear? Third point. Secures orders. Secures what beta? Orders on behalf of non-resident. Secures orders on behalf of what beta? Non-resident. Clear, my dear friends? That's it. Next point. If non-resident has business connection, next separate point. If non-resident has business connection, then the business income. If non-resident has business connection, then the business income. If non-resident has business connection, then the business income attributable to India. Business income attributable to India shall be taxable. दोस्तों क्लियर है क्या? Everyone, my dear friends. Next point. Significant economic presence. Significant economic presence significant economic presence shall also be regarded as significant economic presence shall also be regarded as business connection. Significant economic presence shall also be regarded as business connection. That is, i.e., that is, aggregate payment exceeding 2 crores. Correct, no? That is aggregate payment exceeding 2 crores. Exceeding 2 crores, or number of users should be at least, क्या बेटा, 3 lakhs. Is that done? Next point, last point, next point. The following activities are not regarded as business connection. Following activities are not regarded as business connection. Number 1, purchase of goods in India. Purchase of goods in India for the purpose of what better? Export. Purchase of goods in India for the purpose of export. Next point, second point. Collection of news and views. Collection of news and views. Collection of news and views. News and views, opinions. For transmission. Collection of news and views for transmission. For transmission, where sir? For transmission? Outside India. Good. For transmission outside India. Next point. That only, one more point. Shooting of cinematograph film in India. Shooting of cinematograph film in India. Bracket. If non-resident is individual. If non-resident is individual, then he should not be citizen of India. He should not be citizen of India. Full stop. If non-resident is, you can write NR. If non-resident is partnership firm. Partnership firm. Then they should not have any partner. Then they should not have any partner. Then they should not have any partner who is citizen of India. Then they should not have any partner who is citizen of India or resident in India. They should not have any partner who is citizen of India or resident in India. फ्रेंड्स क्लियर है क्या दोस्तों, बोलो ना यार. नेक्स्ट पॉइंट. If non-resident, I mean continue. If non-resident is company, continue. If non-resident is company, then they should not have. Then they should not have any shareholder. Then they should not have any shareholder. Then they should not have any shareholder who is a citizen of India. Citizen of India or resident in India. डन. समझ में आया क्या बेटा बिजनेस कनेक्शन का कहानी. टेक दिस एग्जांपल नो प्लीज सो दैट नेक्स्ट टाइम व्हेन यू सी यू विल नॉट गेट डाउट. So if they shoot a film in India, do you call it business connection? No. Buying goods in India for export? No. Collecting news and views for sending outside India? Again the answer is no. सर डन. अरे सिर्फ वो डायग्राम लिखना है बस और कुछ नहीं. हो गया क्या दोस्तों, कुछ तो बोलो बेटा. लेट्स राइट वन नोट related to that 50,000 gift concepts, but I want one note. Write one note. Any sum of money any sum of money, sum means not SOME, SUM. थोड़ा नहीं. Any sum of money exceeding 50,000. Any sum of money exceeding 50,000 paid by an Indian resident Indian resident to non-resident or foreign company, to non-resident or foreign company, or RNOR, non-resident or foreign company, or RNOR would be deemed to accrue or arise in India. Are you getting clarity, everybody? That's all. That's the end of story of this brilliant section called section 9, which talks about income deemed to occur as in India. Clear, my dear friends, everyone? Dosto bolo. What is section 5, my dear friends? Scope of total income. Section 7, income deemed to be received in India. Section 9, income deemed to occur as in India. Dosto, correct hai na? Everybody please reply, come on. Come on, my dear friends, please tell me what is section 27, 29, 210. Average rate of tax. Tax divided by income into 100. Barabar hai na? Next. 225A. 229C. Maximum marginal rate. Highest rate of income tax. 30%. सरचार्ज 37%, HSC 4%. आपने सेक्शन को बनाए नहीं बनाए तो लिखे होंगे ना यार फिर. नेक्स्ट 231, 234, सेक्शन 3, सेक्शन 4, सेक्शन 5, स्कोप ऑफ टोटल इनकम 61, 66, सेक्शन 6 1A, 62 and 66. HUF, very good man. 6.3, company. Section 7, income deemed to be received in India. Section 9, 172, shipping business of non-resident. 174, person leaving India permanently or for long time. 174A, AOP, BOA, AJP found for short duration or purpose. 175, person likely to translate to avoid tax. 176, 187A, rebate. 288A, rounding off of income. 288B, rounding off of tax. 115BB, casual incomes. 115BBE, unexplained incomes, investment expenditure tax at the rate of 60%. 115BBJ, online games. 112, long-term capital gain general rate 20%. 112A, long-term capital on sale of equity shares, units of equity and mutual fund, units of business trust to recognize stock exchange on which STT is paid will tax at the rate of 10% on amount exceeding 1 lakh. 111A, short-term capital on sale of equity shares or units of equity-oriented mutual fund or units of business trust through recognized stock exchange on which STT is paid will tax at the rate of 15%, and there is no limit called 1 lakh. Section 10(1), agricultural income from land in India is exempt. Section 10(7), allowances per quits paid by government of India to an Indian citizen working outside India is exempt. Section 80(TTA), interest on savings bank account for individual or HUF, deduction is interest or 10,000, whichever is lower. 80(TTB), only for resident senior citizen, interest on savings account or interest on fixed deposit, deduction is interest or 50,000, whichever is lower. (24A), standard deduction rate of 30% in house property. Very soon we are going to start next chapter that only. 56 to 10 टैक्सेबिलिटी ऑफ गिफ्ट्स पढ़ा है ना बेटा? ये सब सेक्शन हम बात करें. एटीसी तो अब तक पूरा पढ़ा नहीं ना, इसलिए ठीक है. नहीं वो तो बाद में देखिए. सर क्लियर है क्या बेटा? एवरीवन सर नहीं उसका कॉन्सेप्ट नहीं पढ़ा है अभी तक डिटेल में. When I do detail discuss that concept, that time I'll revise. Sir, are we clear with these points, everybody? So let me tell you two things. Number one, today is our 9th lecture, and we have completed just 2 chapters. And just means 2 chapters, very important chapters. 2 chapters we completed. Why I told just that also I'll tell. In just 2 chapters, these many sections we covered. एक बार और 3-4 चैप्टर हो जाएगा तो फिर क्या होगा सोच लो आप ही. और 10-15 दिन के बाद क्या होगा आप ही सोच लो. लास्ट डे का और क्या होगा आप ही सोच लो. सेक्शन का धमाका होगा क्लास में. आई विल शो यू द पावर ऑफ सेक्शंस एंड सब सेक्शंस. दैट लेवल विल रिवाइज, नॉट नॉर्मली. वी विल गो क्रेजी विथ सेक्शंस. वी विल गेट दैट वाइब व्हेन वी रिवाइज दैट सेक्शन. दैट वाइब शुड कम, दैट फील शुड कम. क्लियर फ्रेंड्स? ऑल दैट विल हैपन. इट विल ऑटोमेटिकली हैपन. उसके लिए कुछ अलग एफर्ट की जरूरत नहीं है. बस रोज क्लास का हो जाएगा वो. अब हफ्ते में एक बार आके क्लास में बैठ रहे तो मैं कुछ नहीं कर सकता उसमें. क्लास को सिंसियरिटी के साथ आना आपका काम है, बाकी सब मेरा काम है. क्लियर है ना बेटा? एवरीवन सर, अनलाइक अदर सब्जेक्ट्स लाइक अकाउंट्स और योर लॉ, आई एम नॉट गोइंग टू स्पेंड टाइम विथ यू फॉर 3 months, because in 3 months we have to complete both DTI and IDT. And here I'm taking only direct tax part for you, so I'm going to spend hardly about not 45 नहीं 45-46 के आसपास. 1-2 लेक्चर इधर उधर होगा. 45 मतलब आप बात बोलो 45 लेक्चर्स हो गया सर, बाय बाय, कल से नहीं आना आप. अरे 1-2 लेक्चर इधर उधर हो सकता है यार. ऐसा भी हो सकता है कि 44 में भी खत्म हो गया, नहीं पता मुझे. बिकॉज आई एम समबडी हु बिलीव इन कंप्लीटिंग नॉट फिनिशिंग. करेक्ट नो? 45 कंप्लीट होगा तो कंप्लीट करेंगे, नहीं हुआ तो फिर आप ये मत बोलना सर 45 हो गया कल से नहीं दिखना आप. नहीं वो आप मत बोलो. आई विल डिसाइड 1-2 days यू कोऑपरेट. हो गया तो अच्छी बात है, नहीं हुआ तो देखते. अरे ठीक है ना यार? एवरीवन 1-2 लेक्चर इधर क्या फर्क पड़ेगा यार? आई टेक्निकली रिक्वायर 43-44 lectures is what I actually require, but that buffer cushion is always required. No sir, पहली बार पढ़ रहे हैं आप लोग, so you need that buffer and cushion. No everyone, yes or no sir? Clear with that everybody? चलो क्वेश्चंस कौन से बाकी है अभी? कितने क्वेश्चंस बाकी है? हाँ 2 3 क्या? फर्स्ट, सेकेंड, थर्ड, फोर्थ, फिफ्थ, सिक्स, सेवेंथ हो गया. 8 तब भी करे थे अपन. 9th गीता लीना कल हो गया ना. 10th बाकी है, करेंगे अभी. 11th हो गया, 12th हो गया, 13th वाला भी हो गया. 14th में एक छोटा सा क्वेश्चन है सिर्फ आपकी नॉलेज के लिए. एक बार देख के आप आंसर बोलो ना बेटा प्लीज. 2 मिनट. आंसर तो नीचे ही है बट फिर भी देखो. विविता सर, इंस्टेड ऑफ विविता you can replace Vinita by Pranay and then check the answer. ठीक है? रिप्लेस मतलब आप वो कॉन्सेप्ट को लेके आओ इधर, चेंज मत करो बुक में. देखो, विविता पेड ए सम ऑफ $5,000 to Kulasekara, a management consultant practicing in Colombo. Where is Colombo? Outside India. ठीक है, बस. फिर बोलेंगे दुबई के बाजू में है सर. अरे श्रीलंका, कोलंबो. Specializing in project financing. Payment was made in, and Kulasekara is a non-resident. Consultancy is related to project in India with possible Ceylonese collaboration. Is the payment chargeable to tax in India in the hands of Kulasekara? 100% answer is yes. This is as good as the story of payment made by Prasad to Mr. Mike for the purpose of Yellow Park. Same story na sir. That's it. अगर 2 मार्क को आया तो डायरेक्ट आंसर लिखो, तो 4 मार्क को आया तो उसको टाइम पास करो. सिंपल लॉजिक. सर क्लियर है क्या? बोलो ना बेटा. पक्का क्लियर? डन. ऐसा उदास क्यों रहे आप? आई आर फीलिंग सैड. नहीं, अपने बैच खत्म नहीं हुआ अभी तक। मैंने आपको बस बताया कब हो जाएगा, कैसा होगा। सम फ्रेंड्स, सर जा रहे हो आप? अभी बहुत बाकी है भाई। देखो क्वेश्चन नंबर 10, determine the taxability for assessment year 24-25 for the following incomes in the hands of an individual whose residential status is what? ROR, RNOR, NR. Students are telling, sir आप सिर्फ पॉइंट पढ़ो, बाकी सब हम बोलेंगे सर, आप ज्यादा मत बोलो, आप सिर्फ पॉइंट पढ़ो। आई एम टेलिंग ओके माय डियर फ्रेंड्स, आई विल डू वट एवर यू से, ठीक है। वन मोर स्टूडेंट इज टेलिंग, सर गलती से भी आप आंसर मत बोलो, आप सिर्फ पॉइंट पढ़ो, हम बोलेंगे किसके लिए टैक्सेबल है। मैं बोल रहा हूं, वेरी गुड। सी समझ गए ना आपको क्या करना है? देखो फर्स्ट पॉइंट, सैलरी रिसीव्ड इन कैनेडा फॉर रेंडरिंग सर्विस इन बैंगलोर, टैक्सेबल फॉर ROR, RNOR, NR, बराबर है ना? पक्का? नेक्स्ट पॉइंट, कैपिटल गेन ऑन सेल ऑफ हाउस सिचुएटेड इन सूरत। वेर इज सूरत बेटा? इंडिया ओनली नो? थैंक यू सो मच। सेल कंसिडरेशन रिसीव्ड इन कैनेडा, क्या करेंगे? टैक्सेबल किसके लिए? ROR, RNOR, NR फॉर एवरीबॉडी। अरे इंडियन इनकम है ना यार, डीम्ड टू बी अक्रूड इन इंडिया। मैडम क्लियर नो? सर जी समझ में आ रहा है क्या? बढ़िया सर। देखो नेक्स्ट पॉइंट देखो, डिविडेंड फ्रॉम फॉरेन कंपनी रिसीव्ड इन कैनेडा, टैक्सेबल ओनली फॉर ROR। गुड, कंट्रोल में आ गए आप लोग सब पूरे। नेक्स्ट, इनकम अर्न्ड फ्रॉम बिजनेस इन लंडन विच इज कंट्रोल्ड फ्रॉम मुंबई। पूरा रुको रुको रुको, पूरा फिगर 4 लाख है, ठीक है दोस्तों। ब्रैकेट में क्या दिए? 1 लाख रिसीव्ड इन इंडिया। अब मुझे बोलो ROR के लिए कितना टैक्सेबल? पूरा 4 लाख, बराबर है ना? बोलो RNOR के लिए कितना टैक्सेबल? अरे पूरा पढ़ के बोलना रे क्या सर प्लीज। RNOR के लिए भी 4 लाख टैक्सेबल बिकॉज इट इज कंट्रोल्ड फ्रॉम इंडिया। NR के लिए 1 लाख इज टैक्सेबल because 1 lakh is received in India. You have to understand that 1 lakh is Indian income. Balance 3 lakhs is foreign income. And the 3 lakh also will tax for RNOR because it is controlled from. रिएक्शन अच्छा देते हैं आप लोग, बट आंसर्स का क्या सीन है? क्या क्लियर है क्या फ्रेंड्स? नेक्स्ट, प्रॉफिट फ्रॉम बिजनेस इन इंदौर बट मैनेज एंटायरली फ्रॉम कैनेडा, किसके लिए टैक्सेबल? ROR के लिए टैक्सेबल, RNOR, NR। मेरा चेहरा क्यों देख रहे बेटा? बोलो ना आंसर। किसके लिए टैक्सेबल है भाई? टैक्सेबल फॉर ऑल। क्या ROR करने के पाए? आप थोड़ा सा दिमाग यूज करो यार। इंडोर मतलब इंडिया में यार बिजनेस। फ्रेंड्स स्पीक आउट। मैडम समझा क्या? इतना क्या सोच रहे थे आप? किधर है ध्यान अपना? नेक्स्ट, रेंटल इनकम ब्रैकेट में क्या दिए? इसका मतलब 30% ऑलरेडी डिडक्ट होके है। नेक्स्ट, फ्रॉम हाउस प्रॉपर्टी सिचुएटेड इन कैनेडा, रेंट इज डिपॉजिटेड इन ए बैंक एट कैनेडा and later on remitted to India. बोलो, taxable only for ROR, correct? No दोस्तों क्लियर है क्या? नेक्स्ट पॉइंट, इंटरेस्ट रिसीव्ड इन लंडन फ्रॉम गवर्नमेंट टैक्सेबल फॉर ऑल द 3। मैं कुछ बात भी नहीं करूंगा आगे। छोटे से पूरा पढ़ो ना सर। अरे क्यों पढ़ूं मैं? नेक्स्ट, royalty from non-resident company received in London in connection with business situated outside India. Answer is taxable only for ROR because it is foreign income and it is not business controlled from India or profession set up in India. वो वाला नहीं है ये. Correct now, sir? Everyone, sir? Yes, madam. Clear, no? Next point. See. Past. What is that, sir? Past foreign and tax income of 21-22 earned and received there and brought to India during previous year. Not taxable. ROR को भी not taxable. क्यों? Because it's not an income for the current year. Correct? No? Good. सबको याद हो गया. Interest on savings bank deposit in Bank of India Bhopal. Taxable. तीनों को taxable, but तीनों को हम लेंगे deduction under section 80 TTA. Don't take TTB. If question is silent, don't assume he is a resident senior citizen. Exactly. Next. Share of income received in from a partnership firm situated in Dubai. Answer is taxable for all because it's received in India. समझे क्या? Clear है क्या बेटा? पक्का बेटा? चलो, let's close the answer. Let's complete. In exam, सुनो, एक छोटा सा point है इधर. In exam, this question has come. Students have calculated tax liability in exam by wasting their extra 10 minutes time, which is nonsense, ridiculous, atrocious, and bullshit. You know that very clearly? Why? Because in the question they did not use the word determine tax liability. They used the word determine taxability. Taxability means taxable or not taxable. Tax liability means compute tax. दोनों में फर्क है ना बेटा. टैक्सेबिलिटी मतलब टैक्स निकालेंगे क्या? सिर्फ इतना बोलेंगे टैक्सेबल है नहीं है. Clear, no? Start. Computation of total income. Computation of total income for assessment here. Computation of total income for assessment year 24-25. Computation of total income for assessment 24-25. What are the columns we'll take? Come on. Particulars, ROR, RNOR, NR. First point, salary received in Canada. Salary received in Canada for service in. Salary received in Canada for service in. Where beta? Bangalore. Where is Bangalore? Karnataka. Very good. Lot of knowledge we have. Which column? All columns. Kitna figure? 50,000, 50,000, 50,000. Take in all the three columns. Take all the three columns, 50,000. Next. Capital gain. Capital gain on sale of house. Capital gain on sale of house in Surat. Bracket. Consideration received in. Consideration received in. Consideration received in. कहाँ पे बेटा? Canada. But still taxable, no? Come on, all three columns, 2 lakh, 2 lakh, 2 lakh. All the three columns take the figure of 2 lakh, 2 lakh, 2 lakh. Next, dividend from foreign company. Dividend from foreign company. Dividend from foreign company. Dividend from foreign company received in Canada. Dividend from foreign company received in Canada. Which column beta? Only ROR column 8,000. Balance 2 columns. Nil. Don't put a dash. Right? Nil. We are writing nil because figure is there, but we are not taxing it. Got it? Next. Income from business in London. 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 Controlled from. Income from business in London. Controlled from. Kasa beta? Mumbai. Bracket. 1 lakh is received in India. Bracket 1 lakh is received in India. Amount columns, we should take the figure as 4 lakh, 4 lakhs, 1 lakh. Got the logic now, friends? समझ में आया ना बेटा ये point? Next. Profit from business in Indore. Profit from business in Indore. Profit from business in Indore managed from Canada. Profit from business in Indore managed from where, sir? Canada. All three columns 1,25,000, 1,25,000, 1,25,000. All three columns 125, 125, 125. Next point. Rent from property in Canada. Rent from property in Canada received in Canada. Rent from property in Canada received in Canada. So bracket में कुछ दिया ना वो लोग, that is remitted to India. Is it not relevant for you? No. What is relevant only? Accrual and receipt. Remittance is not a criteria. कितना? कौन सी column? ROR 1,20,000. Balance 2 columns. Nil nil. Next. Interest received in London from Government of India. Interest received in London from Government of India. Interest received in London from Government of India. All three columns 35,000, 35,000, 35,000. Next. Royalty received in London. Royalty received in London in connection with. Royalty received in London in connection with business outside India. Royalty received in London in connection with business कब है बेटा? Outside India. क्लियर ना बेटा? दोस्तों क्या है आंसर? ROR 5 lakhs. Balance 2 column. Nil nil. Next. Past untaxed income. Past untaxed income brought to India. Past untaxed income brought to India. Past untaxed income brought to India during previous year. Past untaxed income brought to India during previous year. All three columns? Nil. Next. Interest on savings bank deposit in India. इंटरेस्ट ऑन सेविंग्स बैंक डिपॉजिट इन इंडिया, इसका डिडक्शन लेंगे ना बेटा, यहां पे लेंगे लास्ट पे लेंगे, क्यों लास्ट पे लेंगे, क्योंकि वो चैप्टर 6A का है, वो ऐसे याद रखने का अपने को, क्योंकि वो चैप्टर 6A का है, चैप्टर 6A का जो भी है वो ग्रॉस टोटल इनकम के बाद ही आएगा, क्लियर ना, ऑल थ्री कॉलम्स 10,000 10,000 10,000. नेक्स्ट, शेयर ऑफ इनकम रिसीव्ड इन इंडिया, share of income received in India, share of income received in India from firm in Dubai, share of income received in India from firm in Dubai, share of income received in India from firm in where, sir? Dubai. All three columns 80,000 80,000 80,000. Come on, please calculate gross total income. कितना है बेटा ग्रॉस टोटल इनकम? कितना बेटा? 1528 in ROR. RN over NR? Both same? No, RN over is 9 lakhs. NR is 6 lakh. Correct? RN over 9 lakh बोल रहे, NR 6 lakh बोल रहे, ROR क्या बोले आप? 15,28,000. ठीक है, सेम आंसर. लेस क्या लिखेंगे बेटा? डिडक्शंस अंडर चैप्टर 6A. पता है ना कैसे लिखना है चैप्टर 6A? रोमन 6 कैपिटल A. वेरी गुड. लेस डिडक्शंस अंडर चैप्टर 6A. अंडरलाइन करो बेटा उसको. डिडक्शन अंडर चैप्टर 6 को अंडरलाइन करो. अंडरलाइन करके क्या लिखेंगे नीचे? 80 TTA, interest on savings account. 80 TTA, interest on savings account. 80 TTA, interest on savings account. क्लियर है ना बेटा? जान कितना फिगर? 10,000. हे 10,000 डिडक्शन में 10,000. अगर 12,000 होता तो 10,000. 8,000 होता तो, because interest is deduction is interest or 10,000, whichever is lower. That's it. Total income 1528 बोले ना. 15,18,000, 5 lakh 8,90,000. That's it. Sir, clear with that everybody? Chalo, just 1 minute. I just need 1 minute of your time. Listen please. Sir, two things. Number one, sir please listen. Number one, we have successfully completed second chapter, that is residential status and scope of total income. So we have completed the basic introduction to income tax, and we have also completed the chapter of residential status and scope of total income. Clear, my dear friends? And I strongly believe that we got good clarity on all these points. So two important announcements, my dear friends. Announcement number one, tomorrow we have a class. I already told you that. I already told you before itself that some Sundays I'll take class. So tomorrow we have a class. same time we'll put, so that you will not miss the momentum and miss the flow. I don't mind putting it a little late, but I personally believe it's better we have the same time only, so that you will also have free time for yourself. ठीक है क्या बेटा? नहीं, मेरे को कोई प्रॉब्लम नहीं है. एक सेकेंड, 1 सेकेंड. थैंक यू सो मच, टेक केयर, बाय बाय. हाँ बोलो अभी. सर मेरे को थोड़ा लेट लगाने में कोई प्रॉब्लम नहीं है, लेट लगाने मुझे कोई इश्यू ही नहीं है, बट द ओनली पॉइंट इज दैट द अर्ली वी स्टार्ट द बेटर इट इज. सेम टाइम इज व्हाट आई सजेस्ट. हाउ मेनी ऑफ यू आर ओके विथ सेम टाइम? Majority of them. I think that makes more sense, sir. That only makes more sense. So अरे 2 अनाउंसमेंट तो बोलने तो थे यार. एक तो पहली बात, कल अपना क्लास है सेम टाइमिंग, सो प्लीज कोऑपरेट, प्लीज डू कम एट सेम टाइम. सी आई डोंट माइंड पुटिंग एट 9 o'clock 10 o'clock एंड ऑल, बट आई सजेस्ट सुबह सुबह करेंगे तो अच्छा रहेगा, आपके लिए भी पूरा दिन मिल जाएगा आपके लिए, अगर आपके दूसरी क्लास नहीं है तो. अब वो मुझे नहीं पता. ठीक है? अरे क्या हुआ शुभम, बोलना यार, तेरे क्या प्रॉब्लम है? कुछ नहीं ना, चल डन. बोलने दू क्या? Number 1, tomorrow I am taking a class for sure, in that there is no discussion. Next Sunday I will take off, don't worry, but tomorrow class is there for sure. That is announcement number 1. Announcement number 2, next Saturday you are going to have exam. Already guessed? Very good. Next Saturday we will have exam on chapter 1 and chapter 2. मतलब आज तक जो पढ़ाई करे उस पे एग्जाम रहेगा. And let me tell you honestly, that exam what you write, papers I will only correct and give. And in the class, whoever get good score and top scores, I'll give some gift also. In the class only. ठीक है? Done? So, topics? Marks 50 marks. या 40-50 marks, 40 या 50 marks. टाइमिंग सुबह अपने क्लास के टाइम पे 1.5 hour के आसपास रहेगा. मतलब मेरे को सेट करना है थोड़ा अभी, उसके बाद बोलूंगा, मंडे को बोलूंगा एग्जैक्टली. ठीक है? बट 2 चैप्टर पढ़ाई करो अच्छे से, फर्स्ट एग्जाम से अच्छे से लिखेंगे तो अच्छा रहेगा. एंड आई डोंट लाइक दैट कैटेगरी ऑफ स्टूडेंट्स हु स्किप द एग्जाम टेलिंग दैट या तो कोई मेरा कुछ सिलेबस कवर नहीं किया या मुझे लिखना ही नहीं है. ये सब नॉनसेंस है. एग्जाम नहीं लिखना इज ए क्राइम यू आर डूइंग फॉर योरसेल्फ, सो डोंट स्किप द एग्जाम. इंश्योर दैट यू राइट द एग्जाम फॉर श्योर. ठीक है ना? तो नेक्स्ट सैटरडे को अपना एग्जाम है, कल क्लास तो रहेगा फिक्स. प्लीज डोंट मिस. Thank you so much. Take care. See you all tomorrow. Bye bye. Thank you. Bye beta.